What is going on, SWGOH fans? We are back. Three scoundrels in a cantina. Actually, today it's five. Today we got five. We got five people up in the cantina having drinks and talking about the news. And holy shit, when like it's almost like a flashback from last week. We had the title update, and now we got the road ahead, and we literally have 10 tons of shit to go through. Once again, your host, Old Man Logan 76. Avant is with us as always, and Bob. And we have two guests tonight. We've got one half of the dynamic duo of Good Morning Korriban. What is going on, Mike?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Outstanding. And behind me is my son. He played. Damn, what was it? You stopped playing a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I played Marvel Strike Force, was huge in like Hero Collector turn-based stuff, and I played Galaxy Heroes until like obviously it's really known as like the Great Nerf, such and such.
Yeah, he didn't survive the great nerf, but he does keep up with a lot of content creators. He does know what's going on in the game. He tries to keep up. But and his gamer tag was probably one of the greatest gamer tags that ever existed. It was Anakin versus Younglings, which I just thought was outstanding. So
Golden. Genius.
that all being said, how is everybody else in the panel doing this evening?
Good, man. Good to have a full panel here. Good to see Mikey here. Good to meet your son for the first time. Thank you for your service, by the way. And yeah, doing well, my friend.
Yeah, I can't complain. It's Thursday night, hanging out with you guys.
Yep.
Good time.
Right. All right. So we got a road ahead, and it was a doozy. We have a shitload of news to hit up. So pre-show we did talk about. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, what do we think about the Leviathan? It's finally here. We know when the event is going to start. We've got the kit, but just in case some of you may have forgotten, let's just do a quick recap of what the requirements were. So it was Darth Revan, Relic 9, Darth Malak, Relic 9, Relic 7, Sith Empire Trooper, Relic 7 Sith Trooper, Relic 7 Darth Maul, Relic 7 HK-47, Relic 7 Bast Lashan, Relic 5 Sith Assassin, Relic 5 Sortie, 7-star Fury Class Interceptor, 7-star Mark 6 Interceptor, 7-star TIE Dagger, 7-star B-28 Extinction Class Bomber, 7-star Scimitar, 7-star Sith Fighter, and the Ebon Hawk. So I know we've kind of beaten it over the head to death about these requirements. How's everybody doing on them, and are you ready to go?
Bob?
I am good to go. I'm not good to go. I'm doing well on them, but I probably won't get it for probably till the second turn. But I'm just working on my relics right now. I'm doing Bast Lashan to 7. But I probably have 3 more characters that need to go up to their relic levels, respective levels, and then I'm just limited by Fury class because I suck at Conquest.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. Conquest is definitely in the topics for the evening. Mike, what do you got going on? Are you ready for the Leviathan?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on it. I don't, I didn't really do good on the Malgus shards for that whole thing, but I had a lot of the pre-requirements for the Old Republic guys because I already had them. The OG Sith Trooper, which will always be the Sith Trooper to me. I had him ready, and then I had, I think Malik ready. I think Revan you mentioned. I think I had him. My Malgus has been Relic 9 since a while. So yeah, like a lot of the OG, like the OR ones I got. Some of the other ones I need to work on. I think they threw in a couple of light side ones in there. Kind of get.
There was Sortie and Bast Lashan, but I think
Well, my Bastila, oddly enough, was only a Relic 5. I don't know why she was so low, but usually I have my OR people like 7 or higher, but I was expecting to get something cooler, but we got a ship. So apparently this ship has a really long, special list, and then it's supposed to kick some ass. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I don't think I'll get the first time around, to be honest. So
Yeah, I definitely won't be ready first time around. I'll skip it second time, most likely, unless I get really, really behind on signal data. But I have everyone to R7. and then I have the 2 to R5 that need to be at R5. So I just have to. Sorry, I don't have everyone. I think I have to take Malik and Darth Revan from 7 and 9, and then I have to take I think 3 or 4 characters from 5 to 7, and I'm ready. So I'll be ready next time around, most likely, unless I really get behind. But in that case, I'll probably just spend crystals to get signal data.
Well,
Yeah,
no, go ahead,
I was
go
a
ahead,
little
Mike.
disappointed that I couldn't get like as deep as I am in OR. I feel like I let my OR team down. To be honest, I felt shame. I almost committed Japanese ritual suicide. That's how much shame I felt. Because I was just like, I take pride in my OR characters, and they come out with a guy, and I'll be like, they're like 9. I'm like, oh, of course. 7's not good enough. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Logan.
No, that was
what he said made a valid point. So.
I want to give a quick shout out. Sorry,
go ahead.
Logan. I want to give a quick shout out to Dark Nar, who gifted us 10 subs in the chat. So
Dark
Dark
Narb,
Nar's
thank you, brother.
he's a legend.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
long felt friend of all our channels. I can't thank you enough, my friend. Yeah, he handed out 10 subs, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, do what Darth Nard does. Hit the fucking button.
Yep.
Hit
Also,
that fucking button.
Liquid Schwartz gave us 100 bits too. So thank you, my friend. Can't thank you guys enough.
Biddies. Ooh.
Oh, Liquid Schwartz. I tried to get into that guild a long time ago. Long time ago.
Go ahead. Sorry,
I
guys.
left him.
No, the one thing I wanted to mention is I think what CG does is, you may like a faction, but if you look at some of these tunes, like honestly, Bastila does what she does at Relic 5, whether she's 5 or 7. She's not really a damage dealer. It's just giving those buffs to Jedi Knight Revan. HK47, I mean, unless you're a diehard, you didn't really put him past 5.
No.
No, he's just gonna get slotted into my sortie squad.
Yeah. And for the Lobster Trooper, I think his unlock for Slicker was Relic 5.
Yes.
So
I had him at 6. Sternbach talked me into trying to get him higher. He said she said for his first order squad, when he's at like 7 or higher, he can bang pretty hard. So I was working on getting him higher just because he sold me on that. Sturm did, but it was but yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Like Relic 9, like damn, like I don't even Darth Revan Relic 9, is that even worth using? Like, can you even use him? Is that even gonna be something that you're just doing that just to get the ship, right? Like you can't do anything more with the Relic 7 Darth Revan than you can with Relic 9.
For an attacker class, no. Not
That's what I thought.
but I mean, it's going to make him a little more durable. It'll maybe pump out a little bit more damage, but
8 is good. 8 is good. 9 is extra.
yeah. Like I think Darth Revan is the only attacker I have at 9. All my other Relic 9s are pretty much tanks. And everybody that I Relic 8 is an attacker.
Okay.
And I noticed zero difference from Relic 2 Darth Revan to Relic 9. He's not doing much. Because mine used to be Relic 2. So.
Okay. So not much of a. I mean, I was hoping Sith Marauder was Relic 9 because I had him here. He was my first Relic 9 with Sith Marauder, so I was hoping they threw him in there somewhere.
You know what?
He bangs, and his ship at Relic 9. Ooh, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's hard to kill, man.
I was gonna say because I think I remember you have your Marauder at 9, and when you do get that ship, that bomber is gonna be nuts.
Here's my first Relic 9. I almost got kicked out of the guild I was in at the time. They're like, "Why would you put your first Relic 9?" I'm like, "Don't tell me what to do." I was like, "You tell me what to do? Like, this is a video game. I'll do what I want with my gear." And he was like, "Whatever."
You gotta have fun.
Yeah, well. Yeah, man, Sith Marauder. They need to redo his kit or something. Build him up. I know he's a basic tune, but I would love to see him at a higher level.
All right, let's start reading into this kit.
Let's get it.
We'll go ability to ability, and then
Logan, are you gonna unlock him? You didn't say if you were gonna unlock him or not.
Yes, I will have Levi unlocked at 7-star day 1.
Oh, you're a big deal. Okay, you were so cool. You didn't want to tell
move on to the kit. I wasn't going to even bring it up. Jesus Christ.
I think it's cool as hell that you can do that. I'm kind of jealous.
Great. Now Bob going to be like, "Hey, how's your yacht?" Fuck you. Be back on.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, I was just curious because you didn't say nothing. So.
No, I will have Leviathan day 1. 7-star because I'm important. Not at all. So Leviathan kit abilities: basic, apocalyptic fusillade. Final text: deal special damage to target enemy and inflict shock for 2 turns. Then all Sith allies gain 1 stock of ferocity for 2 turns. If target enemy already had shock, inflict doubt for 2 turns on 2 random enemies who don't have it. If Seize the Bridge has been used in this encounter, dispel all buffs on target enemy and inflict fear from 1 turn. Can't be dispelled or resisted. So obviously we don't know what those other things do yet, but I mean, shock for 2 turns and they're gaining ferocity. So, and 1 stack, which you really want for that 1 ship to come in off a reinforcement and wipe someone out off their basic. So that's 1 last stack you're going to need. What do you guys think? So, I mean, honestly, how often do you use a basic in a fleet battle? Unless you
I was just gonna say you don't use it that often, but
No.
I mean it's good.
I feel like with this ship, you're only going to be using the basic because of how the rest of the kit works. You have to do one thing to be able to do the next thing, to be able to do the next thing, to be able to do the
That's
next
true.
thing.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
it is very ordered how like you should be using the abilities for sure.
I have no idea. I'll just be clicking things.
All right.
With some of the things in that kit, like as you read on, because I briefly looked at like I don't know, I can't remember when, but I figured it'd be out in game by now. But like one of the moves that I saw, I think it was a special. Wouldn't the Sith fighter be a good one? Because I was looking at the Sith fighter and I was wondering if I could plug that in at some point. The one that assassin pilots.
I mean, I want it to be because that ship has been dog shit since its inception.
Right.
So I don't.
Right.
It would be nice. I just
Right.
honestly, I don't. I think that ship will come in as one of your last reinforcements when you need to.
Yeah, it dies too fast. Is what the problem
Yeah,
is.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
we will
true.
see. So, special 1, sabotage the hangars. Requires the player to inflict 15 debuffs, 1-time use. Final text, limit 1 use per battle. Sith allies gain critical hit immunity and 5 stacks of ferocity for 2 turns, and target ally recovers 40% health. Increase the cooldown of call reinforcement by 1 on the enemy capital ship if they're light side, and inflict capital ship sabotaged on all enemies until the end of the encounter. Next enemy reinforcement or seize the bridge is used. Capital ship sabotaged. The next allied ship called to reinforce is immediately destroyed upon deployment. Let me read that again. The next allied ship called to reinforce is immediately destroyed upon deployment. This ability
cool.
can't be used unless other allied Sith ships inflict 15 debuffs.
So you can't use it first. You can't
Nope.
use it first.
Nope.
Most likely.
But sounds fun to me. I like to one-shot things. The easier it is for me, the better.
Yeah.
I want to see the animation. Are the animations up?
That's
no, they're not. I wish they were.
That's not the ultimate, is it? That's just one of the specials.
So that would work on when the people who send the houndstooth in, not right away, right? That'd be good for them because they send that shit in like second or third, and you'd be like,
Yeah,
it's
there's people that like to run that. Yeah, the executor trip attacker bullshit that I can't.
yeah.
It also stops any kind of like scythe fleet, because a lot of that fleet comes from a lot of reinforcements. You know.
It is, and also remember, part of that ability really focused down light side ships. So it's definitely, this is so far with that ability, this is targeting profundity.
Right. Yeah, that ship sucks. I hate that shit.
So we got special 2, sabotage the engines. Final text, limit 1 use per battle. Reduce the enemy capital ship speed by 30% for the rest of the encounter and remove 30% turn meter, which can't be resisted. Sith allies gain critical hit immunity and 5 stacks of ferocity for 2 turns, and target Sith ally gains breach immunity for 3 turns. There's our anti-executor shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow. So again, can only use the first special once, can only use the second special once. You're
You're
getting
opening with special 2 though, for sure, right?
so far. I would think so. Yeah.
And ferocity counts as a debuff. So if you're giving that to all 3,
Yeah.
that's 15 debuffs right there.
Yeah.
And then boom, the very next turn you're using special 1.
Yeah. So yeah, Avant. You probably want to start with special 2.
All
I
right.
mean, I guess a lot of the kit has to do with how fast is the Leviathan going to be. Because if the Leviathan goes first and uses special 2, then special 1 is coming next, and it's just going to destroy whatever you reinforce with.
And you're reducing the capital speed by 30 and removing 30% turn meter. That
So
thing's not gonna get a turn from.
you may not call a reinforcement on your second move. You may just use your second special to destroy whatever reinforcement they're going to bring in.
Exact. Yeah. That's
Interesting.
so dirty. That's
Interesting.
So dirty.
And that's not even the best part yet.
No.
No,
No.
the best
No.
part's the
The
last
best part is this one right here. So special 3 sees the bridge.
Carpe diem.
Can only be used if special 1 and special 2 was used. One-time use, 5-turn cooldown. Limit 1 use per battle. Take control of the enemy capital ship. Reset its cooldowns and grant it a bonus turn. While controlled, you can't use call reinforcement, and the cooldown of the ultimate ability is set to max at the start of each turn. Allies recover 50% health and have their cooldowns reset, and all enemies are inflicted with fear for 1 turn, which can't be evaded, dispelled, or resisted. This ability starts on cooldown. The first time Sith allies are inflicted with 50 debuffs, reduce the cooldown by 1. This ability can't be used unless destroy the engines and sabotage the hangars were used in the same encounter.
So you can't use it until you use the other 2 special abilities.
Right.
Which is good, because that would just completely wreck everything if you could use that out of the gate.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
But I mean, the one thing I'm definitely noticing is that the profundity gives off its fair share of debuffs, and for the executor to work properly, you've got to get target lock off and keep it on, and keep hitting that target lock person to get your ultimate going. So executor relies on debuffs, which gets dangerous if you keep inflicting them on this fleet.
Well, just with special 1 and special 2, you're getting 30 debuffs because 5 stacks of ferocity. If you have 3 ships out, 15 and then 15, that's 30. Then you only need 20 more debuffs until you're at ultimate.
And then basically you're going to get those debuffs by the time your other ships take turns.
Mm-hmm.
Just with how the kits for all the different ships work. It's not going to be hard to put out debuffs, that's for sure.
So we've got one more. We're not done. This is Crew, Wrath of the Sith, Darth Revan. Final text. Sith allies gain 50% max health. Sith ships gain critical hit immunity for 1 turn, 1 stack of ferocity, 1 stack of We Have Returned for 2 turns, and Sith Empire ships gain an additional stack of We Have Returned. Whenever an enemy is summoned, reduce their max health by 50% until the end of the encounter. Enemies attacking out of turn deal 50% less critical damage to attacker Sith allies. Whenever an enemy's debuff expires, a random Sith ship gains 1 stack of ferocity for 2 turns, limit once per turn. Mark 6 Interceptor gains an additional 10 stacks of Devouring Swarm when starting its first turn after it's deployed.
Very nice.
Whenever an enemy reinforces, inflict daze on all enemies for 1 turn. Sith ships are immune to max health reduction. Reinforcement bonus. Reinforced Sith ships' attacks can't be evaded. They gain 5 stacks of ferocity, and they ignore taunt effects until the end of the turn, and stun target enemy for 1 turn, which can't be resisted when deployed. Leviathan is expected to be released on 7/19 of this year.
So that whole unique ability is the anti-profundity, anti-executor, anti-whatever you want to attack with.
With all that Sith healing and the fact that they hit less, I may try that with the assassin when I actually get this thing, which who knows when that will be, but it seems like it might be able to stay alive. And there's going to be a test on that on Monday, Logan, so I hope you memorized it. I'm going to quiz you on it.
The only thing I'm gonna add,
Yep.
I'm gonna add this into the discussion about the ship. The debuff ferocity increases offense and decreases defense.
It does.
So it can make your ships more vulnerable, but they will hit harder. So I think that I don't want to call it a glass cannon because it seems more durable than that, but I think it will have vulnerabilities. I think it will still be able to be countered, but it will be very difficult to counter.
It's really, I have a feeling countering it is going to be really RNG dependent. Like, you need Profundity to get as many counter attacks in as humanly possible. You need Xandu Blood to hit that double tap as often, because, you know, sometimes you're fighting with, you know, the Executor and the fucking Xandu doesn't double tap, and you're like, God damn it!
And then it doesn't apply breach, and you're...
Yeah.
Come on, fellas. You're smarter than this. What's this setting up? It's going to dominate. It's dominating. It's going to dominate everything. But what is that setting up? It's setting up
Red 5.
Yes, it's setting up Red 5. It's
You stop.
It is.
Stop following that meathead.
It's not him. They know we all want it. They all know people are going to wail on it.
You know, he posted another one recently, another little Red 5 hint. Just recently, like
he did?
like a couple days ago. Yeah, he posted another one. Dangling that shit in front of us like we're rabbits and you have a carrot. Knock it off.
I'm just saying, I said it today. Don't forget.
It's not. It's
that Death Star raid coming soon. Red 5 will be the character.
It's 4 years in the making.
no years in the making. It's no.
Just like Jedi Knight Luke was the end card for the game, right?
Remember that?
Yep.
Oh man.
I think it's still coming.
I'm still convinced that Jedi Knight Luke's kit was supposed to be Mace Windu's kit, but then they were like, never mind, make it be Jedi Knight Luke.
I can see that, but I actually like Mace now. He has like a, you know, like his own niche kind of, like, especially in 3v3. He's your third when you're facing Jabba with a Kenobi.
Oh yeah, Kenobi, Cat, and Mace. That's a really solid counter.
Yeah, that takes Jabba out very.
Mace does good work.
So, I mean, Bob said it. This is just going to dominate all. I'm going to say it. I think it's going to completely dominate Profundity. It's going to completely dominate Kenobi. I think Executor might have a shot if Executor can get its ultimate off quickly. The only problem is that one ability of the capital ship losing 30% speed. That's going to be a killer for the Executor fleet.
What about Malevolence? What if you use Malevolence and feed turn meter with the Vulture droids?
I don't feel like the
Malevolence causes a lot of debuffs with Vulture droids.
Yeah.
3 per Vulture droid stack.
That's going to benefit
Or the Buzz droids.
Yeah, the Buzz droids.
3.
And that's gonna help the Leviathan out.
Yeah. Too many debuffs.
I don't know. We'll see. You know, it's going to be out for a week, and there's going to be an off-meta counter, and CG will be investigating the interaction, right?
It'll be First Order and Scythe again.
And you know who'll figure it out? Bit Dynasty.
He's fucking smart.
Bit Dynasty will figure that shit out real quick. And of course, Hugh Hefner will do a fuck ton of testing, and you know they'll try every fleet in the book on defense and offense to try to beat it and see what happens. You know, he's gonna have like a 4 to 5 hour stream for this.
How hilarious would it be though if it was something stupid like Holdo's capital ship and the Resistance, like somehow I'm not a good theory crafter in this way, but like it just would be very funny to me if something.
Why? Because they can blow it up or whatever, and they can like.
I mean,
gets ultimate is whenever they evade.
Yeah, if you use a special ability with Foresight, I think it reduces Holdo's cooldowns or something. Like
I would rather wail on Jar Jar Binks than have Holdo beat this ship.
Okay,
I mean, that would make sense now that he brings it up.
mark it right now.
Mark it down. Pencil it in.
Speaking of I told you so's, do you guys want to move on, or do you guys have any more to say about Leviathan?
I think, yeah, I'm ready. I think the only thing I just wanted to add is that we don't know what this fleet is going to do. Again, I think from what I've heard is that the top 5% of this game are actually going to get it. So it's not like people that are at 7-8 million GP, you're not going to get it. Don't freak out. You may see one or two in your fleet shard. Oh, how do you think this is going to affect the fleet shard? Because that is crystal income.
Depends on your shard.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a lot of angry shard mates who can't get it.
I think there's going to be.
Can you take your fleet out, please? Because I can't beat it.
Discord is going to fucking explode. Excuse me, sir. I'd really appreciate it if you parked this Leviathan somewhere else.
I really liked Pico Burrito's take a couple weeks ago. If no one else in his shard gets it, he said, "Park me at 2 and leave me alone. I'll stay out of the way. I won't move up to 1. I'll just float through number 2
Yeah, he did
every day."
Yeah.
Too bad I hate them shard mafias, so I would gladly sit there and laugh on my Game of Thrones of crystals.
Just stop.
Yeah, I wish I was in your shard, man. Except you'd have it before me, so never mind. I'm glad I'm where I'm at.
I do like that they finally gave us the ability to save the damn ships on there and everything. That's
the loadouts.
That's how long has that been around for? Like 2 weeks, and then they got that turn thing, which is nice. That also is I don't know if you guys have covered that yet, but like those now he's talking about ships and the fleet shard. Like I do like that you can save whatever fleet it is, because I don't remember half those light side ones, and I'll be like, I'm looking it up, asking people, like I forget constantly. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that was nice.
And they've been making that since they've been working on the Death Star raid as well. They've been working
like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah. But no, I do love those features, and I've been bitching about ships so much. The pre ones, I agree. All right, boys, you ready to move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, new GL.
No, I think Anakin versus Younglings was going to ask.
Have you guys looked through your fleet shard mates to see if anybody in your shard is going to be getting Leviathan? Because I know I would do that, and I would look at my shard mates when Squad Arena was still giving crystals. I would go through and see who was going to be getting the meta shit, so I could know who to avoid when I was doing my arena climb.
Smart. Making friends, not enemies. Bones.
Exactly. Yeah, like not hitting somebody an hour before their payout. Fucking cocksucker.
Hey, your best friend could be your enemy. You never know.
This is true. So before we move on, everybody, please like, subscribe, donate more shit to the Bob 1-800 Bob's Got Crystals, and hit the fucking button. So
all channel proceeds go directly to Bob's Conquest Fund.
Yep. Even if I'm on the streets, it's still going to the crystals. So
he'll have like a little.
Who's worse at Conquest, Bob or me? That's the real question.
What crate do you usually get?
Oh man, I haven't seen a top 3 crate in a while. That Conquest is so. And you know what the problem is? Is like the first 3 or 4 days I'm on it, I'm killing it, and then somewhere about 5 or 6 days in, I'm just like. I'm running out. Oh man, I forgot. And it's like a week later. It's like a bot hit me up. It's like, can you please fucking deploy? Like you have 2 minutes. Really. Can you please? Like, and he's probably all excited because I always start off good, like phase 1, 2, 3, and then the last 3, he's like, all right, he's good. I ain't gotta worry about him. And then it's like 2, and I feel terrible because I'm like,
I want you guys to know that we are the most lax guild. We literally just want you to deploy and get 600. Mikey's like a drunken I don't know, the guy on like the bench when it comes to the band members.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
But we love him,
like,
so he's still there. We don't want to like kick him out on the streets. He's part of the family.
It's like he'll
so.
do good for like a week, and then he'll just be gone. Like, where do you go? Like, oh, I haven't.
Somebody in chat asked. My son is stationed out of Fort Drum, up in way upstate New York. Literally about, I'd say, three and a half hour drive from where I'm at. So whenever he's on leave,
He's in the Adirondacks, right?
Yep, he is deploying to the great sandbox of the Middle East in about a week and change. So he will be gone for 9 months.
Yeah. Oh, 9. Oh, they got you for 9, huh? You couldn't get the 6.
9.
Okay.
Didn't get the 6er.
Ooh. Third and 12.
Yeah. All right. So
I guess you got to balance that.
yeah, no, you got to balance it out.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, it's not terrible, but not the greatest. You know?
Where to? He is going to Iraq.
God damn. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he's already got it up on his weather app. Every day it's been about 113.
Jesus.
Yep.
You're a better
It's the
man
worst
than me.
time of the year.
Dry heat.
It's a dry heat. I can
Yeah.
relate. I was there. It's fucking hot, dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's different though. It's different. It's like when we used to do training 29 Palms. It's just different, man. Like it's different. It's just a different hot. It's just a.
So Bob, it's that time, man. You called it. I'm giving you this one. You get to read the kit. You get to gloat. You get to like sit on your mountain and talk about the guy that you're not going to red crate. So, so let's do it.
Yeah. So there's actually two things. So are we going over his kit next?
Oh yeah, we're
Okay.
doing it all. We're doing
Okay.
everything.
All right. So I was on the wrong page. So here he is. Let me make sure everyone can see him. Yeah. All right. We were about to.
Is
go
this
over
the one
his-
Avant's got a really cool nickname for? Because you need to let him tell the nickname.
Don't spoil my surprise.
Yeah,
So-
right.
Oh,
So last week we had a whole segment on who the conquest character was going to be, and then like at the very end, I was just like, "Oh, wait a second, I remember this." And I pulled up Malicos here. There was an animation leaked on him, and everyone was like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe." And then they were like, "All right, probably, whatever." And I was the one that ended up being right. So, but I have another "I was right" moment, but that'll be later on for another character.
I still wish it was Crosshair instead of Malicos, but I'll take Malicos.
This is a hell of an episode for Bob. He's like, for this week, he's like the fucking Swami making the NFL picks on Sunday.
I've been telling
Okay.
people I'm the Nostradamus of SWGOH, but just because I'm not
Fast-
flashy and I don't wear costumes and scream in the mic, people
He's
think,
he's doing the Chris Berman bit on ESPN. He's the Swami.
what does he do?
But-
Whoop! Or whatever it is.
yeah.
Whoop.
He could go all the
He's
way.
rumbling. He's bumbling. He's stumbling. Whoop!
Dude, he's my favorite. I love that guy.
Okay, Bones, but fast forward to next week when you can keep yourself on a roll and talk about how good you're doing in Conquest.
Yes.
Am
Yeah.
I right?
Buy me that
Yeah.
shit for us.
Yeah, you guys are gonna
Okay.
help me. Remember? Don't forget that.
I'm not going to drag you through it, but I will help you.
I need you. I need you guys.
I can't help you with the Phoenix feats. I
I'm not gonna drag you.
can't help you with what you don't have.
So how can things change if I don't have any help from my fellow
We're,
brethren?
we're actually going to go over in this episode tonight because the feats were released, and I
We
think
better
it's
get going,
worth
then.
listening after we do. Avant, what's this guy's name that we're about to? Bob's going to read his kit. What's his name?
Torn Malicos, a.k.a. the Torn Meniscus. That one's for you, Mr. Who.
You gotta give him the backstory though. The backstory is awesome.
So a guildmate of ours was asking questions in our Discord channel today about the new character and how to get the Torn Meniscus. And someone was like, "What? Come again?" He's like, the new Conquest character, and oh, you mean Torn Malicos? Yes. So I herefore dub Torn Malicos the Torn Meniscus. Tell your friends.
Tell them all, y'all.
I'm in. I like it. I like it.
There's nothing better.
I mean, a Torn Meniscus is actually really shitty.
Yeah, I've never had it. I've had a couple other things, but not that. But yeah, it's not fun.
I mean, he looks like someone who could give you a torn meniscus, so I'm down.
Yeah,
He does.
he probably could.
All right, I guess I'll start on this.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
What do you fellas say? He's a dark side character. although he's unaligned force user and an attacker, and that is it. That is very.
That's all.
That's it. I'm not going to do the inspiration. We're going to skip through that. Does he have a kit? Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's there.
All right, his basic, Dark Strike. Deal physical damage to target enemy and gain 2 stacks of Edge of Madness, max 100, until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. This attack can't be countered. Edge of Madness is negative 2% defense per stack. Vile Thrash, special 1. I kind of... Hold on, let's talk about the first part. What do you guys think? I thought that was part of the... Never mind. What do you guys think about the basic?
The basic is going to get his buff to stack so that he can then later consume that buff into another... Sorry, he can stack that debuff on himself and then later consume it into another debuff that's later in the kit.
Let's talk about that animation.
So
though.
Edge of Madness is a new.
Should be giving
It's a
you
new-
flashbacks when you had to fight him.
It's new, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
the
it's
animations are all
new.
just boss animations from the game.
Were they really? No shit.
Yeah, and these animations are really cool. They're like,
They did a
it-
good job with him.
if you played Fallen Order, it will make you happy. Like or it will make you sad because it was a really hard boss fight.
I want to say that the models are getting really good because the last few new characters, I've seen them stand next to other models. They're looking pretty damn good. So they are up in
They're
their
good.
game when it comes to that.
They're more detailed for sure. There's a lot more detail they're putting into them, definitely.
I mean, you guys remember when Gas first came out? How he looked?
Oh god, he looked terrible. It was so bad.
Or the CG announced GL Ray and Slicker, and everyone was comparing Ray to a potato.
Oh yeah, I remember when Ray looked terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one where she looked like Shrek or whatever? That one?
No, it
Yeah,
was just
they're
like a
all-
potato.
they're
Like
all
she looks like a
departments
fucking russet potato.
Their
I
art
think-
department has now gotten a raise.
Yeah, I think Gas had that big hand too. Didn't he have like a hand that was larger than the rest of them or something like that too? Because I remember we were making fun of that the one time on the podcast.
I don't remember.
Sturm and I. Yeah, he had like a giant hand or something. It was weird.
Cock Knocker? Is that who we're talking about?
Wow, what a
Nobody
Not sure.
upstaged me, Vanderbeek.
How did he get that name?
It's from Jay and Silent Bob, and it's actually played by Mark
I
Hamill.
haven't seen that movie in so long.
Oh, it's such a great movie.
Yep, it was because at the end they did like a lightsaber fight, and Mark Hamill was the bad guy as Cock Knocker.
Oh, God.
Anyways, moving on from knocking cocks. Special 1, Vile Thrash. Cooldown of 3. It deals physical damage to target enemy and gains riposte for 2 turns. This attack has 30% defense pin, quadrupled if all allies are dark side or light side unaligned force users.
Oh god. that's
Wow.
Quadrupled, you don't see that very often, do you?
No.
And I love some good defensive penetration. So
Who doesn't like quadruple penetration? I mean, come on.
yeah.
But
Depends on what
that stat line alone makes me want to not use him with Lord Vader. And
Yeah,
to
you normally
keep
got to
him-
pay extra for that kind of action, Cotton.
I love
He's
it.
got no balls, Cotton. He's ballless.
Old
What were you
strategy.
saying about-
Let's see how it
Bob
pans
was
out.
saying something serious, so you
It-
started throwing something.
It's okay. It's fine to derail me. It's totally fine. I was saying that the quadruple defense pen makes me not want to put Malicos with Lord Vader. And if you have the UFU squad, the unaligned force user squad, that he belongs there. And if you don't have the UFU squad, then you could put him with Lord Vader.
Is that Star Killer? Is that Star Killer?
Well, he's an UFU, yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's
sorry,
in that squad.
I'm going to use the term UFU because unaligned force user is just too much. So
Right.
for the listeners that
But
have
he's
not
the
heard
leader
that,
of that, is he not?
Starkiller, no, he's support.
Oh,
Or I
a
think he's
small
actually an
size?
attacker, but
So
No,
what's the
Starkiller
squad
can
you're
attack.
talking about?
No,
What's-
it's Seer, the first Cal, the Scav Cal. So it'd be Seer, Scav Cal. The team I prefer to use are those two. Crew, Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, and now Torn Meniscus will be my fifth.
yes.
Would he do any good in a Star Killer team?
I mean,
Well, let's get to that point, I guess. But
and that's
because
the thing,
you
because
want
a
Mara
lot of
Jade.
players- yeah, because I think a lot of players that are going to unlock him may not have the Seer team ready to go, so they're going to want to at least put him somewhere. So yeah, Lord Vader is obviously a choice, but as for Star Killer, I mean, yeah, you've already got Mara Jade, Emperor Palpatine.
Jesus Mar, Old Ben, or any other Jedi.
Yeah,
Because Starkiller, you need dark side on the line, Sith, light side on the line, Jedi. And
Right.
so I don't know where he would fit in that squad.
I don't think he does. Honestly.
All right.
No, I don't think he fits. I don't think he fits with Starkiller.
I mean,
let's-
Malicos is the Starkiller for Sirajunda. I think Starkiller himself is enough to bring that Sith, light side, dark side on the line, Force user type thing for Grand Arena.
That's a good comparison. I like that.
all right.
All right, so go ahead, Bob, because there's a lot more to that to this Zeta ability.
All right, if Malikos has at least 20 stacks of Edge of Madness, he takes a bonus turn. For every 20 stacks of Edge of Madness he has, dispel them and gain a stack of Madness manifested until the next time he uses until the next time he uses Die Whelp, which is a terrible name for an ability.
You really dropped the pronunciation on that, Bones.
Yeah, I think he wanted to say it better, and then he paused because he didn't have the timing right. So he kept reading through it.
He
That's what it
definitely did
sounded
not
like.
have the timing right.
Like, take two.
Yeah.
Like, can we rewind this?
Die Well,
Die Whelp.
No, wait, hold on.
How do you
Die
say that?
Whelp.
Then tell me how to
Die
say that.
Well.
Die
He must
Whelp.
say it in the video. He must say it in the video.
No, he does. He says it in the boss
He
fight.
says it in the game. He doesn't mean it as like whelp, as in like, oh, whelp, and like he's calling you a whelp, like you're.
Whelp, like the English would call you, like to make fun of you. Right.
So he's a very mad Brit with two red lightsabers.
Right, exactly. Die, whelp.
Yeah, he's basically
Yeah.
Charlie Bronson with a lightsaber.
When I
Yeah.
saw Whelp, I thought like it was a sound effect, like the Wilhelm or something.
Oh,
die, and then it has, like,
die.
wow.
Boom.
Avant, do the fist. Do the fist. He thought that was a sound effect. Gotta do this.
All right. Anyways, so let's start that sentence over again. You dispel them and gain a stack of Madness manifested until the next time he uses Die Whelp is defeated,
Hey.
or the
I
end of
punched the wrong way. I got it.
Yeah.
I can't help you. That can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. And if the ally in the leader slot is a dark side or light side UFU, the cooldown of Die Whelp is reset.
Now we're gonna read. That's the next ability we're gonna read. But the fact that if you have that many stacks, you use that ability, they're spent. You reset this ability. Ooh, just this man is. I mean, here's the other thing, and that's it's going to be really great because in a Seer team, you don't want him fast. You don't want that team fast. That team thrives on your team actually being slow.
Right.
So, I mean, I just
Offense
think,
mods. Get your offense mods out.
yeah.
I do want to mention he works a lot like Gas. They talk about it in the forum or the FAQ. In Grand Arena, if you do his basic, he'll attack with his basic. If he has defense up or accuracy up, he'll do his basic again. And then in Grand Arena with the Omicron, he'll do his basic for a third time. So he'll attack 3 times in one turn.
With quadruple
That's it.
damage.
Interesting.
And he'll keep gaining those debuff stacks to level up his abilities.
Can you guys quit spoiling the kit? I'm just fucking with you. I'm gonna be honest. This is the first time I've read it as well. So,
All right. So what does Madness Manifested do?
it does negative 40% tenacity per stack. The next time this character uses Die Whelp, it deals 50% more physical damage per stack. It also reduces the current max health of the target enemy by 15% for the rest of the battle, stacking, excluding raid bosses and GLs, which can't be resisted and removes all stacks of madness manifested.
Now, who else does that? Gas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the bonus offense and the health reduction is just very, very good. Because you're going to whittle down those thick characters, right?
Yeah. Quickly.
It's going to be a good Malgus counter, maybe.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good point. Yeah.
Same with Malik. The same way Gas was like 501st Gas when it first came out was a big Darth Revan counter. You just
Exactly.
put Malik down and then
Yeah, you would. You would. Well,
Or you just throw it on defense and let people deal with it, and it'll be a bitch to handle.
well, that's what I was telling him about Leviathan too. When he gets it, throw it on defense. Let other people figure it out.
I
It's
agree.
generally the rule of thumb with the new stuff, but
it kind of. And let's go around the room real quick before we go to Die Whelp. When you get something brand new, what do you guys do? Do you put that on defense and see if it holds, if it has any defensive viability, or do you just say, no, I got this new toy, fuck it, I want to play with it, I'm gonna swing?
in GAC I put it on defense. In TW I like to attack with it, just because I don't like TW as much.
Also,
I mean, are we talking about if I had the Leviathan or just anything in general?
Like if you were to get the Leviathan, unlike some assholes that stood on their yacht day one, what would you do with it?
Yeah, I would. But I feel like by the time I would get it, everyone would know what to do with it, or I would know what to do with it. But I'd just say if I was day one, I would put it on defense, of course.
Bones, what did you do with Java when you unlocked Java?
I tried it on defense, like I just did again recently, and I started losing again. So I just put it on offense. I put him on offense.
Everyone's strategy is different, but
And by the way, you guys talked me into putting Java on defense with that Datacron. It's gotten one shot at every time. So thanks a lot, you supposed Kyber 1 combatants.
I mean, we didn't say everything we say is down.
I'm just
Java-
fucking with you.
Java
I mean, it did happen. but I'm
forces
just fucking with you.
it forces your opponent to draw out a big gun.
and yeah, like I like with putting the brand new stuff on defense, it forces them to be like, okay, I don't know what I can lowball this with, so I'm gonna throw one of my heavier things at it and hope that it sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, when I actually play Conquest, which is whenever, I like to take, I'm like what's his name in Tropic Thunder, where he's just like, I'm like a little boy playing my dick for the first time. Like I like breaking it out, like taking it out, like using it. I'm like, like,
Oh, that's so true.
it's going on offense. It's going on offense, man. I'm getting in there, Like I'm not waiting. And then eventually it goes on defense. I've used it a couple times, but then it's going back on defense. But yeah, I gotta get at least 2 or 3 runs with it,
Yeah. All right, Bob.
All right.
What's next?
Okay. Moving on from another dick reference. Let me pull this back up.
I figured I might as well, keep it going. Like
Yeah.
you guys.
Right?
I mean, that's how we know we're having a good show.
Absolutely.
All right, fellas. Special 2, Die Whelp. Cooldown of 6 with an Omicron. And he's got some cool little rocks he's throwing. Cool little animation. He deals physical damage and inflicts vulnerable to all enemies and stuns target enemy for 1 turn. If the target had defense down, this stun cannot be resisted. If the target...
Avant,
Huh?
no, I'm sorry, Bob. Avant, can you look up again? Because off the top of my head, I don't remember what vulnerable does.
Guaranteed critical hit.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
makes
guaranteed crit unless they have crit hit immunity.
and they're also more susceptible to crying.
Yeah, if they lose.
If they have vulnerable and crit hit immunity, does that just kind of cancel out and then it just goes back to your base critical chance and then critical damage? Or
I believe crit hit immunity is superior to vulnerable, and if they have crit hit immunity, you still cannot crit them unless you're able to clear the crit immunity.
Okay, all right.
I don't quote me on that, but that's my
that would make
interpretation.
sense, yeah.
Okay, so if the target enemy is in the leader slot, increase their cooldowns by 1, which can't be resisted. So you want to go for their leaders with this move, I guess, right? All right, so the Omicron is a Grand Arena, thank God, because we haven't been getting much of those anymore. Deal additional true damage to all enemies. I love true damage. And inflict buff immunity and healing immunity on target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be resisted. Nice. If the ally in the leader slot is a dark side or light side Ufu, Malicos gains 20% critical damage and offense stacking until the end of the battle. You guys have anything to say about that? Oh.
For people that want to slot Torn Meniscus into the Lord Vader
fellas.
lineup.
Hey, fellas. I think we went offline.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Yep.
All right, it just reconnected, so just give it a minute. And
No, we're good.
all right, I don't know where you guys heard us last. Do you want me to read? Just start off what you think about that ability, whatever you guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Korriban.
you were on something about it. Go ahead.
So that last ability with the healing immunity makes me think that the people that want to slot the Torn Meniscus into the Lord Vader lineup, he's gonna counter Jedi Master Kenobi, because you're gonna get that buff immunity and the healing immunity up, and you're gonna be able to bypass GK. You're gonna be able to go after Cat and start to pick that team apart. So for those of you that don't have the UFU lineups, this is pretty good. If you want to use that Omicron, it will probably be pretty helpful for Lord Vader to attack with. So it might change your thoughts on Lord Vader if you did not like him.
All right.
Yeah, I could see now. You'd still want to keep Maul in the lineup, yes?
No,
No, I'm putting him with Mandos if you slot Malicos in.
Then how are you going to stop Cat's insta kill?
Well, you just have the double tank. You just have to sacrifice someone.
All right. Yeah, because Royal Guard will taunt right out of the gate, and I mean I know a lot of people have been bringing oh shit, what's the giant Inquisitor ninth
Sister.
Ninth Sister.
Yeah.
Bertha?
I still use OG Stormtrooper.
The Hornchinian.
Throwback. OG.
Right.
What's wrong with the OG Stormtrooper?
Stormtrooper is good.
I
OG
always thought-
Stormtrooper is good.
No one
Where
said
it was
anything about him. We love him.
Yeah, I was just like, no one. He got no airtime.
Yeah, we love Gary. That's my dude.
Yeah, right.
We love Gary.
All right, what are we doing here? Unique 1. Echo of the Fallen Order. It has a Zeta and an Omicron. The final text is, all allies have 30% critical chance. And that's it. I'm just kidding. If all allies were Ufu at the start of the battle, while Malicos has at least 1 stack of Edge of Madness, whenever he scores a critical hit, all other allies gain 5% critical damage and offense stacking until the end of the encounter. Whenever an ally is... Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, and then you add that with Sears Omicron. That is fucking deadly. That is massive offensive buildup.
Whenever an ally is inflicted with healing immunity, they dispel it and gain damage immunity for 1 turn. Nice. Wow. Okay. Whenever they are inflicted with stun, they dispel it and recover 30% health and protection. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not even with the Omicron.
To me, that says anti-JMK, anti-JML. He's stopping your healing immunity, and he's stopping the Jedi Knight Luke mass stun.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
can you,
It's true.
Jedi Master Kenobi's healing immunity, isn't that a locked one? So does not.
It is locked, so you'll still get it, but you'll still get the damage immunity.
Interesting.
So it will like kind of protect you.
Yeah.
All right, so The Omicron for that is enemies defeated by allies can't be revived. This effect persists if Malicos is defeated.
That's twisted.
Huge. That's huge.
And that's all allies, not just him. So
Well,
that's nice. So that's just the first part. The first time another dark side or light side Ufu ally would be reduced to 1% health. If Malicos is active, they recover 100% health and protection. They gain damage immunity for 1 turn, take a bonus turn. They gain crit chance up, crit damage up, and offensive up for 2 turns. Pretty cool. While Malicos is active, whenever an enemy with less than 100% turn meter gains bonus turn meter, Malicos gains a stack of Edge of Madness, and that enemy takes true damage, which can't be evaded. Limit once per turn. This damage can't defeat enemies. Fuck. God damn it.
He's a physical damage character, so what is his physical offense going to be?
yeah.
Because on paper, this sounds disgusting. Like he's just gonna wreck teams, right? But
And again, yeah.
Ben Solo also sounded this disgusting, and then they released him, and his kit did not work as intended. Like the damage values.
It went down again. Shit.
I think the internet's just trying to make sure a bot doesn't have a complete thought. It's cut off for anybody but him, apparently.
I
It's like the
know.
3rd time he's been in the middle of a thought. He's just like, "No, you stop."
I think it has something to do with CG.
Stop.
It has to be CG.
Oh, they're watching you through the camera, man.
Right?
Watching you through the camera, man. It's like, this guy knows too much. Get him.
I said fucking Leviathan won't beat everything. You guys are calling him torn meniscus. It's not his fucking name.
Yeah, that's every time I say it. I'm gonna keep saying it till it sticks.
This guy's fucking stupid, man. That's not how you say it. That's not how I wrote it up. I didn't write it up like that.
So I have no idea what we were doing. Was I reading something? Were you talking?
No, Bob was in the middle of talking again. Yeah. Oh, I can't. Just hold on. Just give me a second.
I think we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We are
Are
back.
we back? Are we back, Bones?
Yeah, we're back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably thinking I might be possibly back.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I think I might be possibly back.
John Wick, if anyone was wondering.
No, I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got it.
yes,
we got it. We got it.
Okay,
I always
as
thought
we
it
were
was
we were saying before the internet interrupted, I think Malicos's kit sounds really good on paper, but I am not sure how it will translate to game. So it's going to depend on like what his damage stats are. He's a physical damage attacker, so he's going to do physical damage. But Ben Solo's kit was also very similar in that he was supposed to be like a high damage attacker. So I'm wondering if the kit will hit like they want it to, because Ben Solo came out and his kit was bugged and it didn't hit as hard as it was supposed to. And then they fixed it, but it was like, I don't know, 4 months later. So like if they get the level of damage or the damage ratio right, oh man, Malicos could be just slapping fools off the table here.
Special damage forward.
I'm not seeing it on Twitch.
Yeah, we're back live.
Oh, because I'm not seeing this on Twitch.
Oh God, are we back live, guys? Oh no.
No,
We're not?
no, we're not live.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Well, it says on mine. It says that we are. Okay, no.
Well,
Kane says that we are. Just you guys need
I
to
have
refresh your thing.
I have Twitch open. I don't see it.
Refresh your page.
I did.
Well, do it better this
Wait,
time.
I think I'm on Twitch. Let me see if it's on mine.
Yeah, man, I don't see it. There's 6 people watching Galaxy of Heroes stuff, and it's not us. It is.
It's not.
What is this? What is this under? Like, how do I find
It's
this? in
three.
Twitch?
Oh, here it is. Yeah, now we're live.
Are we sure?
Hello, is anyone there? Are we live? Hello, this
Kane
is.
says he sees us.
What is this called on Twitch? Since I'm just
Three scoundrels in a cantina.
very scoundrel.
XSV says we are live.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
God damn it! Who put a question mark on the teleprompter?
60% of the time, Twitch works every time.
I love Lamp.
You guys, this has been very entertaining so far.
Okay.
Should
I
I?
can't find it. I cannot find this.
Got to
I
go
don't
through
know.
that little speech again. So no more reading the cue cards. You should have that shit memorized by now.
He will read anything that is on that prompt.
For the last time.
Oh, I'm on Twitch.
Okay, so.
It
torn
literally
meniscus.
means a whale's vagina. Literally.
Go back to Whore Island.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I have no idea where we're at right now.
You know we're gonna get booted again, right?
I
Maybe
think
that's
that's
good.
I think
Okay,
we're
so
too crazy for Twitch.
torn meniscus. He on paper looks amazing. Like he's gonna have high physical damage, right? Ben Solo also had a similar thing with his kit where he looked like he was just gonna be this awesome attacker, and his kit was bugged and he was not doing damage as intended. So CG eventually went back and fixed it. But on paper, he looks to do a significant amount of damage. So I think he'll be good. But I mean, if you think about his kit too, he's going to get more damage with the Ufu squad than he will the Lord Vader squad. But
Yeah.
I still think he'll do good damage with Lord Vader.
And that's what if I that's 2 Omicrons so far.
I think he's a 3 Omi character. Most of the conquest tunes are.
So now we've got one more. Go ahead, Bob. What else does torn meniscus do? Yeah, that's right, CG.
More.
I'm
The
back. I'm
torn
back.
meniscus.
All right. So unique 2, strength is power, also has an Omicron. Malicos attacks can't be evaded. Enemies defeated by him can't be revived. He has 75% counter chance and 100% health steal, and at the start of battle, he gains 25% offense for each other dark side or light side Ufu. If the ally in the leader slot is a dark side or a light side Ufu, Malicos ignores taunt. He's got like the trio synergy going on, like in one character.
What part of that is the Omicron, or did you not get to the Omicron
Didn't
yet?
get to that yet.
That was just the first part.
Oh,
You have 3 more paragraphs till we get to the Omicron.
Jesus.
Don't worry, they're not very long. While he's debuffed, he gains 50% health steal.
So that's now 150% health steal.
all the time because he's always debuffed, basically.
Well, is his madness thing that he gets from his basic, is that going to be a debuff like ferocity?
I would think so. Because he's a dark side Ufu, I would think so. And like lore wise, it reminds me of Night Sisters. So like I would think that it would be like a red debuff, but I don't know.
I assume that it would be Logan and I were talking about this earlier, that whether it would be a debuff or a buff.
Yeah.
And if
I was
it is, then
curious
he'll have
about
150% health steal. And with his damage output, if you put him in the yellow or red, he's just going to hit something 3 times, and then he's back to full.
He's going to be worse than Malik.
Yeah.
Hopefully. He better be.
Mikey, deploy.
Huh?
Hey,
Boy.
everyone says for you to deploy in chat.
Dude, it's funny because like I'm like looking at myself. Like the thing, it's like really.
Everybody in chat, tell Mike to deploy, and then hit the fucking button.
If you guys hit the button, I'll deploy. How about that?
Ooh, that's
Please hit the
that's
button.
free advertising right there.
It's just as easy to do both. Remember that.
I'm gonna put it on a T-shirt.
Really is.
No, I do want to put that on a short shirt, and I'll send it to you
Hit the fucking button.
or something. Okay.
Wearing that at a restaurant, people will be like, "The fuck is he talking?"
What button?
AP's in the chat. What's up, brother?
Oh shit, AP Games.
You need to be up back on here, man. Anytime you're free.
People who do PVE are losers. Only AP gains could come out something so eloquent.
Yes, always.
We love it. We love it. All right, so on to the next paragraph.
All right, where am I at? Whenever Malicos uses an ability during his turn, if he has accuracy up or defensive up, he immediately uses Dark Strike. Whenever he attacks out of turn, he gains 10% crit damage, stacking for 3 turns. Whenever he is inflicted with Daze, he dispels it and reduces his cooldowns by 1.
Dude, that right there is fucking dirty.
He's gonna just constantly be taking turns.
Anything else to say about that?
No.
So even if his physical or special damage is 4, like he'll still be hitting 80 times. So 80 times 4 is 240. So there you go. 320. Sorry.
I was gonna correct you, but
Thank you for doing that. Like 240, 320, 364. So sure, 1, 0.
Real quick, Gav1442 is rating us with a party of
Love
3.
that. We got
Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gav.
Can't thank you enough.
Thanks for joining.
I guess I gotta deploy now.
So where are we at? Whenever an enemy dispels a debuff, Malicos inflicted. Okay. Whenever an enemy dispels a debuff, Malicos inflicted from one of his abilities, he gains a stack of Edge of Madness until the end of the encounter.
So that's going to be all the time.
Let's see here. Let me see here. While in Grand Arena. So this is the Omicron. At the start of battle, Malicos gains a stack of Edge of Madness until the end of the encounter. And all Ufu allies gain crit hit immunity for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled. He has plus 100% max health and plus 50% mastery. Whenever he uses an ability during his turn, he immediately uses Dark Strike. Whenever he attacks out of turn, he gains protection up, 20% stacking for 1 turn. Whenever any other Ufu ally uses a special ability, Malicos assists.
You're going to have to counter this squad with Treya.
Yeah.
This is going to be a problem because you're going to see this squad on defense and you're going to see Riva on defense. And you're going to have to say,
You have to make a fucking decision.
which way do I want to go or how am I going to kill this? It's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll deal with that in 3 months.
Yeah, but even with Treya, her ticking you down little by little, his health steal is so fucking nuts. It's not gonna matter. You're gonna whittle him down, and then he's gonna attack you 7 times, and he's back to full.
The biggest thing is you've got to get Nihilus.
I guarantee you, he's gonna be hard coded to go after Nihilus. 100%. You know that's how it always works.
So you guys agree that Seer is going with Malicos?
Yeah.
I think so. I think he goes in the Ufu squad.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the Ufu, then he goes with Lord Vader. But he's too good. His bonuses with Ufus are too good to not use him there.
And Seer already in GAC was doing some pretty decent things. I mean, it wasn't like transcendent, but she was working. It was still a problem, something you had to deal with. You add this into that mix.
It's going to be a problem.
That's a lot of numbers. I feel like I should take a stats class. I want like a character to have like a special that says death from required reading. That should be the next special for the next character. Oh my gosh, so many numbers. I got to pull out my calculus book. Fuck.
And the other thing, and if you go back, in fact, I had him because he never read Seer's leadership. And you look at her lead, like Yvonne, if you want to pull it up and look at it. So you just add everything that we just read about, torn meniscus. And then you add Seer's lead with the Omicron. That is just, how are you going to plow through that?
I think Scav Cal is going to get a huge damage boost too with Seer and with his unique and the bonuses he's going to give to the underline force user. I think Cal's going to be hitting hard too, so I think it's going to be a full 5 team of people with crazy survivability, cranked mastery, and a lot more damage.
Yeah.
I have it pulled up here. You want me to read the leadership?
Yeah, go ahead.
So all allies have plus 20% defense, max health, and max protection doubled for Ufu allies. At the start of each encounter, all Ufu and Jedi allies gain protection up 50% and tenacity up for 2 turns. If all allies are dark side or light side Ufu and there are no Galactic Legend allies at the start of battle, until an ally takes their first turn, whenever an enemy starts their turn, all unaligned Force users allies gain 5% crit chance, crit damage, and offense stacking until the end of battle. While allies have accuracy up, they have plus 50% crit damage. All other Ufu allies gain 5% turn meter whenever another Ufu ally takes damage from an enemy. Now, while the Omicron, if all allies are dark side or light side Ufu users, or Ufu, and there are no Galactic Legend allies at the start of battle, all allies gain 30% max health, max protection, are immune to ability block and daze. At the start of each encounter, all Ufu and Jedi allies gain protection up 75% instead. For each instance of damage any Ufu ally deals to an enemy, they gain, this is insane, they gain 10% offense stacking for 2 turns. Until an ally takes their first turn. I mean, I don't even know what's going on right now. Until an ally takes their first turn, whenever an enemy starts their turn, all Ufu allies gain an additional 10% crit chance, crit damage, and offense stacking until the end of battle. Whenever an ally dispels a debuff, they recover 15% health and protection and gain advantage for 2 turns. Whenever an ally dispels a buff, they recover 15% health and protection at the end of their turn. They gain foresight for 2 turns. I did not know what I was getting myself into, or I would not have suggested reading that.
That explodes like
This team is going to be almost, on paper, it seems like it's going to be almost broken.
Say Ufu one more time.
I am already starting to hate it. I'm sorry, Avant.
Oh my god! And who is this girl again? What is her? What?
Seer Jonah.
Who?
Seer. C-E-R-E. Seer
Yeah,
Jonah.
the girl I have freaking 3-star because I thought she was worthless. Yeah, it's great.
No, I guess she's pretty.
I literally have her 3-starred. I was like, who is this chick? What is she doing? What is going on here? What are they trying to get one past me?
Get out of here.
She looks like she should be going to the VA for treatment, not running
It does.
Ufu squads.
That's sad.
Come on.
Oh, God.
Are you kidding me? I've seen some people that have that expression that have gone to the VA for treatment.
I know, exactly. That's why I said it. Oh, my gosh.
Kids,
Oh.
like, you flip a coin and the sun set at 5 o'clock, then your character will do this thing, but only if they had a good night's
Right. My goodness.
Yeah, that was crazy. Real quick, guys, I want to acknowledge Big Red 0272. Hit us with a subscription with Prime. Thank you so much, my friend. Can't
Thank you, sir. Thank you much. Thank you much. Much appreciated for Bob's 1-800-GOT-CRYSTALS. So now that we've read this, and then Bob melted his brain reading Seer's leadership, let's real quick. I still firmly think that I'm going to stick with the team comp that I think is going to work the best, which will be Seer, Scavenger Cal, Kylo Ren Unmasked, Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, and Torn Meniscus. And I feel if you put Malicos in Relics, he's an attacker. I think that's a Relic 8 candidate all day. And that team, you're looking at, you better have a really good Treya or GL it. And I still think Slicker will destroy it.
Well, he destroys most things.
Yeah. So
He likes more.
Lord Vader will probably still kill it. Jedi Master Luke. More. Jedi Master Luke might have a problem.
I think it might counter Kenobi.
It might.
Ooh, he's been saying that. Avant's big on the Kenobi. I would love to see him get smashed by some dark side too. That'd be sick. right?
I think with the GAC Omicrons, that team could maybe counter Kenobi.
Nice.
The question is how do you stop Cat's force lead, right?
That's always
Like, you have
the biggest thing. Yeah.
you'd have to get someone to be fast enough to increase her cooldowns, but I don't know if you can. But I don't know. There's always some crazy theory crafter. They'll probably throw. Well, you can't put Watt in there because it's not a UFU. But I don't know. There's some kind of weird way people are going to come up with a counter where it can counter Kenobi. It would be cool. I would enjoy that.
Like Lobot. Throw
The
Lobot
Baron
in
administrator of this facility.
Yes.
Logan, you got slicker in my head, man. I keep thinking of my grandma. Like, it's raining outside. Put on your slicker. Like stuck in my head now.
That too.
You say it like my grandma. Like, put on your slicker. It's raining outside.
Put on your
What the fuck is a slicker? Like,
cold. Put on your slicker.
yeah. Like, what are you talking about? What is a slip and slide outside? I don't understand. What's
Put your
going on?
boots on. Don't forget your rubbers.
Oh man, sure. Your rubbers. Oh my galoshes. I think she called them galoshes or something like that. Some crazy shit. It's your galoshes.
Don't
It's raining
forget your
outside.
galoshes.
It's just sticking your galoshes on. It's raining outside. Like what?
Pop or soda? Do you guys say pop or soda?
So,
Well, Buffalonians say pop, but every time I do, I think of Andrew Dice Clay when he's like, "What is your grandpa going to jerk off in a cup for me?"
Or do you try to get the best of both and do you call it, hey, let me get a soda pop?
Yeah. I say soda.
No,
but all my
it's
friends
soda.
say
It's a
pop.
soda.
My friends say pop. It's crazy.
I say pop. Soda seems
Okay.
like you're too bougie. Soda is.
That's a New
bougie.
York thing. Like the the Midwestern New Yorkers usually say pop.
Yeah, midway up here in upstate New York. Excuse me, sir, but I'd like a refill on my soda.
Dude,
And I want
No one,
my sparkling soda refilled immediately.
hey,
no
I
one's
need you to be
jerking
a
off in
voice
your
actor.
cup. Oh my god.
Then when you get a drunk one, you refill my soda when I'm speaking to you. Like, need to refill the soda now. I'm feeling quite parched. I need a drink. Good night.
That's funny.
I love it. You need to be a voice actor, man. You killed it.
Yeah. All right, so that is our conquest character. Everybody, hit the fucking button.
Hit it. Push
So
the
as
goddamn
for-
button.
As for conquest, we are treated tonight. We have more news. We'll get to it, but we are treated tonight of having two players that are incredibly dedicated to this game, dedicated to filling out their rosters, dedicated to maximum effort of really looking at their roster and doing what they got to do. We have two conquest experts with us, and Mike and Bob, and I think now it's time to look at the feats for the next conquest and see how they possibly are going to do.
Absolutely.
Can I go take a nap or a break while you guys do this?
Like I do
No.
nothing more than like just love conquest. Like I I mean you can tell by like my 150 out of 330 shard, OR ship that I have. Like I really, it matters to me.
He's
No,
very
Bob,
passionate about it.
Bob, remember we said we were going to drag you kicking and screaming? So this is part of the prep. We may not
Crafting
be able
way
to
in
do the red box, but this is part of the prep.
There's your first
crafting
problem.
way in the chat says day one
You're
conquest
prepping
stream
for
bones.
conquest. You're prepping for conquest. That's your first issue.
Day one, what do you say? Day one conquest stream ban?
Bones.
Bones.
No, that's happening. We already,
Crafting way wants a day one conquest stream for bones.
I'm down.
I usually start the conquest and go, okay, I don't have the characters to do those, I don't have the characters to do those, I don't have the characters to do those achievements. Oh, okay, well, it's just gonna be like last time.
Yep.
Why?
And they always get me pumped up, and I'm like, yeah, I am going to do this. I am going to do that great. And then literally 2 days into it, I'm like, fuck this. I am not doing this.
I last about 5 days to a week. I get halfway through and I'm killing it. I'm like halfway through on like day 3, and then I'm like, oh, there's 2 days left, and halfway through.
Bob, you got it pulled up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, so
Yeah, he's got it.
go to sector 1, and let's read off the feats, and then see what you think. If this is something you think you could pull off.
Your balls in the blender, either one. Pick one. Pick one or the other.
So I think we'll start in sector 1. We'll just go with the sector feats. So sector 1, we got defeat 50 enemies with droid units. I think that's pretty standard. That's been in some conquests in the past. I don't think that's, if you have a Grievous team, especially in sector 1, I don't see that being a problem. Win 14 battles with no tanks in your squad. Gain defense up 40 times. Attempt to inflict ability block 60 times. Bob, I think you can hit all 4 of those.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's up to you guys to make me do it.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so for those that don't know, Bit Dynasty has his website, SWGOH for Life. Go to his website and look at his conquest planner, and it will tell you what squads to use to get these feats. If you look at it and you're like, Jesus, I don't know who to do that with, you just go to his website and it will plan it out for you, and then you just have to do what he tells you to do, and you can literally maximize what you get out of conquest.
All right, I'll try it for sure.
But you have to try.
Who is this human that you just mentioned? What is his name? I missed out on the name.
Bit
Who?
Dynasty.
Oh, Bit Dynasty.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, like Bit Dynasty.
Yeah, Mikey, go to SWGOH and then the number 4 and then Life. SWGOH for Life.
Either that or our friend who's been on the show quite a few times, Celiac Sarah, is a conquest goddess.
Guru?
She just knows her shit inside and out. She already has a video out right now going through, I think, pre-planning. I think the data discs just got released. We're not going to go over those. I just wanted to kind of go over the feats for Bob. So Sector 2. Defeat, I believe that's 60 enemies with Rebel fighter units.
Oh, this is helpful.
Win 14 battles with no attackers in your squad. Attempt to inflict purge 300 times. Gain foresight 60 times. Bob, do you have any Inquisitors that can inflict purge?
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where you found this, because I think I'm looking at data discs.
What about Bob?
Bodie.
What about Bob?
What about?
I'm on vacation.
Where did you guys find this? In general or in the Hero News?
No, it was in the Conquest section of our Discord. Bodie put it up.
Oh God! All right, I'll just listen to you, but I can't pull it up on stream, so I'll just have to listen to you guys.
So, Bob, do you have any Inquisitors that could be up and running to at least try to get some purge going?
I have 3.
Yeah, Bob. How are those going?
That's gonna hurt.
Good. They're doing good. I have one at Gear 12, and I have three at Relics. So
Very nice.
I'm over halfway there.
All right, that could help. You could try to mash them in with another team and try to knock some of those purges out.
Who would I put them with?
You could put them with EP
Yeah.
Okay.
because they'll be inflicting debuffs and they'll be gaining turn meter, and then they can keep purging.
And if you have Fifth Brother and Relics as AoE, you'll be able to. It's going to take a little while, but if you do that mission consistently, 5 or 6 times a day, by the end of Conquest, you should definitely hit 300.
Okay.
I feel that one is definitely attainable.
The 300 purge feat is easy. You can cheese it with EP and some Inquisitors.
Yeah. Sector 3, gain We Have Returned 60 times. That's a Malgus thing, so
Yep.
You
You
don't
either
have,
have them or you don't.
you know, you either got it or you don't. Wow.
Do you have Malgus, Bob?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
I thought you did.
Yeah.
R7 or something.
That's
Nice.
good. That'll work.
Nice.
I'm gonna cancel this one off my list. Defeat, I think 50 enemies with Geonosians. All minor gear 12.
Really?
Never gave a shit.
I think you can do it with data discs.
If I have the right set, if I have the build, I've seen what the data discs are. If I get the build I want, I might be able to do
There
it.
are some shitty teams on there though that don't do AOE, that do like single fire.
I know, but the problem
And
is,
you'll be
it's,
fine.
but Sector 3, that's what it's Sector 3. It's,
Sector 3, you're going against what? Relic 5s?
it's
Relic
like
7.
watching an episode of Hot Ones. You get to that one sauce where it starts to fucking kick up a notch. I feel like Sector 3 is that point.
Is it Relic 6 or 7?
Well, there's only 5 sectors, isn't there?
Yeah, there's 5 sectors.
So the
I
last
think there's 6. I think it's
last 2 sectors are Relic 8 and
4,
9.
5, 6, 7, 8. I think are the relics.
Yeah, the last sector, everyone's Relic 8, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so Sector 3 is going to be Relic 6.
Yeah. But again, preloaded turn meter,
Yeah, all those
Going against
bonuses are stupid.
I think you got to find the right team. Like, a first order team with a Hux lead might be a good candidate. Maybe Phoenix, because Phoenix in Conquest, I always target. If I see a Phoenix, I go, oh yeah, unless Sabine's in there, because then she's.
I was just going to say, Sabine just goes.
Yeah. You'll have the biggest tank in the game, and she'll shoot you 50 times, and you're dead.
One more time. One more.
Yeah. Win at least 14 battles with a full squad of Galactic Republic units. Well, Mike's got that.
Doable.
All right.
That's Galactic Republic, not Old Republic. But I'm sure Mike's got it too.
Oh yeah, the Galactic Republic. Yeah, I got a ton of those.
Attempt to inflict stagger 60 times. That's easy. I mean,
Yeah, you can find a way to cheese through that. Usually,
the
Mara
thing
Jade does that pretty well.
and doesn't Basilishan Fallen do stagger?
Yeah.
Yes.
1,000 debuff she puts. For
Yeah.
when she
So
gets
you might be able to
corrupted.
knock off what we have returned and inflict stagger 60 times and kind of double dip that one.
Smart.
Sector 4.
Oh, don't triple stamp a double stamp, Lloyd.
Yep.
Sector 4.
Okay.
Win 14 battles with a full squad of Inquisitors. Bob, we'll skip that one.
We'll skip that.
Yep. Yep.
Attempt to inflict evasion down 40 times. That's definitely Basilishan Fallen.
Or Chupio.
Yep. Yeah, but you're going to need him later because, once again, what do they have in here? The goddamn blind. Every fucking conquest for like the past 4, they've had that fucking where you got to inflict blind 60 times, and it's a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass.
Attempt to inflict armor shred 20 times. I feel like Gas Lead, Moff Gideon, Armor, Sabine. You can create a team to get as many armor shreds as you can. If you have the roster. I know on my yacht, fuck yourselves.
Armor Shred's not a hard feat. You just have to put some effort into it. A couple attempts.
Defeat 50 enemies with Imperial Trooper units. Bob, how do your troopers look?
Great.
Very nice.
Are you lying to us?
No, R7 Dark Trooper, baby.
Oof. Okay. Yeah, right. Dunk.
Yeah, they're
Punchy
all
punch.
relic.
Punchy punch.
I think I have a few that are R3, but still, they can do that.
That's fine. He does the work. That's all you need.
All right, Sector 5. Here's where CG tells every regular player to go fuck themselves. Defeat 50 enemies with Phoenix characters. So
Nice.
basically, fuck you.
Okay. Well,
Okay, crafting way in the chat brought up a very good point.
Yeah, anyone with JML.
Anyone with JML who has Kanan and Ezra, just call Kanan and Ezra to assist, and they get all the kills.
Really good point.
There you go.
I mean, you can do it, but it's going to be time consuming.
It will take effort, which is why people hate Conquest,
Oh.
right?
All right, win at least 20 battles without losing any units.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, here we go. Attempt to inflict blind 60 times.
Attempt.
That's
So-
the second
Attempt.
five.
It's just attempt.
So
Yes.
can't my Jabba kill that feat with
Yeah,
spamming
one
basic?
one at a time. If you just put him in and auto basic and he survived, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to win?
It
No.
doesn't say that.
No.
I
It
mean,
just
you
has to
could
be attempted.
you could probably spam that feat. It would be super annoying, but you could do it that way.
Yeah.
Annoying. He would probably do it at least 25 times the battle.
You think before dying, that fat slug?
Yeah, because he also on his basic he gives everyone protection. He's also like keeping everyone alive.
Yeah, but it's a full relicate opponent.
I guess not, Avant.
I mean,
Well,
you could try it.
We're gonna
You know
find
what?
out.
We're gonna do it.
Damn, that was a pissed off a lot, wasn't it? I guess we'll find. You sound like Clint Eastwood and like Dirty Harry. Like, I guess we'll find out, Avant.
I started a fire and Bot pissed on it. Like, nah,
Jesus, like, seriously.
not happening.
I pissed in Bob's Cheerios and he went full Clint
I know
Eastwood
what
on
you're
me.
thinking. Did I fire 5 bullets or 6?
And every
What do you
time,
feel
the
lucky?
next week, I'm talking about how I was right. So we'll see.
All right.
This time next week, Bob's talking about how much he hates Conquest and how he gave up.
I haven't even made it to Sector 5 yet to even do it.
No, we're not letting him. We're not letting him quit.
Come
But-
on, guys. Don't let me do
right
it.
now, Bob, at this point, you need to start hoarding some crystals.
I have 13,000, buddy.
That'll do.
What the fuck are you doing?
Did you even do Galactic Chase?
oh
I did. I got both 7-star, too.
Holy
shit!
Yeah.
Yep.
He said, "Come sit on my yacht."
"Yeah, right." He did too. Damn, Bob, I like your yacht. It's
I'm
nice.
I'm becoming more conscious
Right?
of what I spend with my crystals, and I'm becoming a little more cheap about it. And I'm still making the same progress. I just made
You know
some
what?
changes.
I've been telling our viewers some false advertisement. Bob doesn't need fucking crystals. He's got them.
I don't have enough.
Right?
I'm kind of like, I don't know, like Scrooge McDuck. I want to be able to swim in them.
All right, so the last one in Sector 5 was gain foresight 60 times. I think that's very simple.
Painful but doable.
Painful. All right, so we'll real quick go over the global feats. Then we're going to hit up the last part of the news, which is very exciting. And Bob is going to have another moment on his soapbox to say that he was right and we're all fucking stupid. So let's
Which you
move
guys
on.
are, and I always am.
We are. All right, so global feats. Defeat at least 250 enemies in the Golden Challenge path, which means you just follow the fucking map and do your thing.
I like that. That's a good, easy feat.
It is an easy feat. Yeah. Like,
And it means you have... Mikey, let's do some math, all right?
uh-oh. Mike, you ready?
Fucking okay.
Usually,
645.
16.
Random fucking number he throws out.
Is it too
That's
soon?
not math.
it's 250 opponents.
250 opponents. All right.
So 5 characters per squad.
Okay.
How many battles?
25?
Oh Jesus. No, you
What
multiply.
does he win, Johnny?
That'd be 50.
50. Very good.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. There you have it, folks.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Mikey's
on
off the
mine.
schneid.
Hey.
right.
Oh, hey. Happy learned how to putt. Hey.
Don't you want to go to your home?
Okay.
Hey, shooter, you want to go have dinner at
man.
Sizzler?
Feel excited like JoJo and Idiot Circus Boy.
Dude, we just broke the record for most movie references in this.
I think we did.
We've been crushing it. I'm a movie reference machine, really. I mean, I can.
Yeah.
I am if I
I
can
can-
remember the quote.
What?
Okay, hold on. I've got a very obscure one.
Isn't
from
that the point?
Mike, here you
It's-
go.
Yeah.
I was wondering when the old Capitan was going to get a chance to use his pop gun. My
I don't
son,
know.
my son already knows it.
I already know it.
Crickets.
I was wondering when the old
I was
Capitan-
wondering when the old Capitan was going to get a chance to use his pop gun.
I don't know. What's that from?
The Thing. John Carpenter's original The Thing, right after he shoots the Norwegian that's running after the camp.
Oh, I didn't even. Okay.
I've never
That's
seen the
right.
thing. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I never
Oh my
watched it.
God, Bob! You
No,
don't
I heard
do
it's good.
Conquest. You haven't seen the thing. What the fuck are you doing here?
I haven't seen the thing. I don't know what you're talking
I was
about.
too busy
Oh,
watching Star Wars for the 7 millionth time.
Well, then there's. All right. So win 40 battles with Darth Malgus surviving. All right. If you got him, you can do that.
All right.
Yeah.
This actually looks pretty promising, actually.
Win 40 battles with a full squad of clones.
Ugh.
Bad Batch.
Yeah,
Plus-
right?
Or 501st.
Or 501st.
Or
Yeah.
the new, Captain
Old man
Rex.
Rex there.
With
Or
Clone Sergeant
if you're
Cody.
sitting on the deck of your yacht, Captain Rex. Yeah, that's right.
With Clone Sergeant and Cody.
By the way, already Relic 7 motherfuckers. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm on my yacht.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitch, I'm attractive. Ugh.
All right. This one is going to suck. Win 20 battles with Captain Rex, Chopper, Ezra Bridger, Harrison Dula, and Kanan Jarrus surviving.
Yeah,
Pass.
right.
Peace.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. Agreed.
I'll let you know how long that one takes me to beat.
Oh yeah, from the yacht.
That's a 21.
That's crazy. Tell him what he's doing, Johnny.
If you get the right data discs,
It says 1.
you could maybe do it. Like tune into Bit Dynasty because you know he's gonna come up with
He is. He is.
the data disk configuration to make that work, where you can do like 3 battles a day, and like have enough stamina to do it, and it'll be fine.
Even I think I would like to think that everybody's got their Phoenix at least 7-star. The problem is after you got Thrawn, everyone pretty much left their Phoenix at gear 12 and was like, all right, or 11, I'm done with it. So it's gonna be tricky. But it is global, which means you can do it in Sector 1 in the first battle.
You have to find one node that you can do it on. That's all that matters, right?
Yep. All right, and of course we have defeat 100 enemies with Cal Kestis, Saragenda, or Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. That's, again, Jedi Master Luke, Seer, Cal, or no, just Cal. Feed it to Cal and let him kill everybody.
Yeah.
Complete a battle with overpowered something active. The print's really small. I can't really read it.
Okay, so it's a data disk. So complete a battle with overprepared 1 active. Complete the moving forward feat, or purchase the conquest pass to get overprepared 1 consumables.
Oh, purchase.
Oh, so buy shit. Okay.
It'll win.
All right, I need you to say the title of the next feat.
Win 20 battles with a full squad of Wookiees.
Yerg.
What's the title though?
It's like Yerg.
And really, 20 battles with a full squad of Wookiees, and then you get deployable cooling systems. I mean, who? I'm not doing that one. That's not happening.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Elvar is gear 12. I have Chewie, Treepio, and Tarful is like,
You know
6
Chewie
star.
and Cheap. You know those two will carry you through it.
Okay, so Logan, I'm with your son on this. So if you have Tarful at gear 11 and you put him with the other Wookiees, you can win these battles with Wookiees. It's easy. You've got Chewbacca, and then it obviously it depends where your roster is at, right? But because I looked at this feat earlier and I was like, man, this feat sucks. There's no way. I don't want to put effort into Wookiees. And so I pulled up Wookiees. Of the Wookiees, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 Wookiees, and I have 6 of them at relics. Zalbar, Chrysanthemum, Chewbacca, 3PO, Vandor Chewie, Veteran Chewbacca. The only 2 I don't have at relic are Tarful and Clone Wars Chewie.
Should.
So, is it a sexy team? No. Can you make it work? Yeah, it'll work.
I just want to say one thing. If you can't do that feat,
Oh,
you need to be sleeping on the poop deck.
No, Avant. You know what? I stand corrected because you're right. I have Chrysanthemum, who's relic 9, Chewbacca 6, 3PO 7, Vandor at 5, Veteran Smuggler at 3. Put Tarful. I mean, yeah.
Tarful will make everyone more durable, and they will just do extra damage based on defense, and it'll work fine. Like you'll find a good node to cheese, and it'll work.
I'm probably gonna have to put He's only at 10. I might have
you
to
won't
put
have to
him
move
at
him
11.
at all. You just need him for his lead. He can die, and then the rest of the Wookiees do all the work.
Well, I got
You don't have to.
Well, no, I have to gear him anyway. I'm going for Cal Kestis' next run. So I got to put gear into him eventually anyway.
And it's a hollow table, so they'd be smart to let the Wookiee win.
Ooh,
that's right. He'll rip your arms off.
There's that movie reference shit. Mike is right, man. I think we've broken the record for that's some real pretty shit now, man.
Boats and hoes.
I'm freaking out, man.
That's what you're gonna be saying.
Put her in charge.
Do you boys like Mexico?
You boys like Mexico? Meow.
Anything else?
All right. What do you think? What do you think, Logan? Meow.
All right,
was that? Meow.
All right, meow.
What'd you say? I can't hear you, meow. Are you saying meow? Why would I say meow, meow?
You see me jumping all nimbly bimbly like tree to tree? Do I drink out of a saucer?
I'm eating mine.
Oh man.
All right, so those are the conquest feats. Everybody, get ready. I'm sure conquest is going to be starting soon. With the past couple conquest units that have hit us, the Grand Inquisitor's ship was meh. Ben Solo, I mean, he's done some things for Rey, makes it a little more problematic, but he wasn't like Avant said. He wasn't like transcendent or anything. He didn't like break the game.
That's because he's a loser.
It's because he's too sweaty. He needs a shower.
He does.
Yeah, right.
Like, homeboy, do some fucking laundry.
It looks like someone inflicted him with vulnerable.
I mean, he fell down a cliff hole and died, and then came back to life and saved Rey. So let's cut him some fucking slack.
Or he's just sad at Starbucks. He's vulnerable.
Dead fucking guy. Unbelievable.
Fuck that guy, you know? What a
Fuck
piece of
Fuck
shit.
that guy. Fuck that. He kissed his sister.
It should have been his sister, anyways.
Should have been. We thought it was. We all thought it was.
She should have been Rey
podcast.
Kenobi.
They tricked us.
So everybody, again, hit that fucking button. But let's get to the big fucking news of the road ahead. Now, obviously, what we're going to tell everybody, I'm sure everybody already knows, is not going to be happening for a while. But this is where it starts. This is where it starts. So we got a GL. And it's no surprise who it is. GL Leia.
Not Mary Poppins Leia.
Not Mary Poppins Leia. Thank fucking God.
But Zori
Which one's
had me
it?
thinking.
Which one is it?
We don't know.
What do
We
you think
don't.
your character models are?
Yeah, that's been a big debate. Is this going to be an Endor Leia, or is this going to be modeled after if we see her in the Ahsoka show?
They said it's Endor Leia.
The Ahsoka show.
I thought on the forums they said Endor Leia.
I have not seen any confirmation.
I am pretty sure that CG's post said Endor Leia.
I really
But
hate
my
this
thing
game.
is she wouldn't have Rebel synergy, would she, if she was
Mary Poppins.
If she was Mary Poppins?
No,
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Resistance synergy.
Yeah.
There's
so-
another movie quote for you.
And they were just kind of like the inspiration. I think they were talking about Return of the
Can't wait for GLA to come out. That'll be exciting. Are we ready for that? Are we all
Yeah.
excited?
So,
Do you see
so
how
the-
excited I am?
So the road ahead says our second big piece of news is about our galactic legend Leia Organa. While we are a little ways out from releasing Leia, we wanted to give you a quick rundown of the character. I don't really give a shit about this next paragraph, but part 1 of character requirements are out, and I'm going to read them out, and I want to know what you guys think. How far are you from any of these, and does this make sense? So, as we suspected, Captain Rex, Relic 7, new marquee, going to be required.
I'm 100% okay with that.
Princess, like I want to say Khaleesi from Game of Thrones.
Okay, can I do a rant? Can I do a rant?
Bob, you
No, not yet. Wait, hold it.
Okay.
Hold it.
Yvonne already knows, so I'll wait.
The English language.
It's Princess Canisa.
The K is silent.
Thank you, English professor.
I'm just saying that's how the English language.
He's
works.
actually not wrong. I'm just breaking his
What did he say? I missed.
Said the K is silent. It's Princess Nisa.
I thought it was Nisa as
Nisa.
well. Yeah.
Nisa. Okay.
I think
Is she not? She's not even out yet.
And she's a Wookiee.
No, she's not.
Or not a
She's
Wookiee.
Ewok.
Ewok. She's an Ewok.
Are they like Klingons and have like multiple vaginas?
Wrong furry, Logan.
Hey, we don't hawk Trek shit here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fanboys, great movie.
I do have a picture of her on the stream. If you guys look over there, I have it popped up.
Oh, hey, call 1-900-CALL Worf to see that one.
Man, sick bitch, look at that.
So, is this the new Omega?
She hot?
For an Ewok, she's pretty hot.
Did you say Omega or Omega?
Omega.
Oh.
Wait, she's an Ewok or a Wookiee? Someone said she was a Wookiee.
No, she's an Ewok. I misspoke.
Oh.
Yep.
Mr. Who says smash.
Child.
He's sick, fuck. We're gonna get booted again. Let's keep it clean here.
Yes.
Christ.
Show rocks.
Yeah.
What
What are you doing with those wine coolers? Why don't you have a seat? Holy shit. Smash. You sick bastard.
Jesus, another Ewok. Great.
So Wicket, Relic 3, Lando Calrissian, Relic 5, Admiral Akbar, Relic 3. I don't know, other than the 2 marquees.
That's
We're all
fucking
very
bullshit.
thematic.
That's fucking bullshit that they make these light side characters so easy to get, and they make the dark side ones so hard to get because they're fucking cock juggling thunder cunts. Another movie quote. And I swear to fucking God, like Relic 3? When do you have a GL that's a Relic 3 requirement? Like when do you I can't. I just can't. I'm stuttering. I can't. That's stupid. That's so
It's good.
easy.
Dark Side has all the cookies, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Wicket, Lando, and Admiral Akbar's those are gimmies. Those are just
They're so low. Relic 3? Like,
Yeah,
she better be the worst Galactic Legend ever, which she won't be.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
She's a rebel.
But those are, I agree with you, man. Those are seeming quite low.
Yeah. And I hate her. I probably don't even want her because she's fucking going to wear some stupid camo helmet with her stupid camo jacket on.
But this is only part 1. We've got more parts to go.
Oh, yeah. Great. I'm excited.
All right, so they said we will be releasing the second part of character requirements at a later date. Be sure to keep a lookout on the forums. Please see her basic ability information below. Now, this is her basic, apparently. Deal physical damage. Rebel allies gain retribution for 2 turns. Ouch. So we already know she's got rebel synergy. On her turn, deal bonus true damage to target enemy equal to 10% of the damage other rebel allies received since her last turn, and deal an additional effects based on the target enemy's roll.
Interesting.
That's kind of dirty, actually.
Also makes me wonder, do you want her to be slow to take fewer turns?
Yeah, you may not want her going first.
All right. I mean, I'll say I'm excited just because I'll take any original trilogy content over anything else. So that's why I'm excited about it. But what do you guys think?
I mean, it's a legend. I'll be going for her. I mean, I stopped putting Old Man Rex. I put him to Relic 5, and I thought he was good there. But the second this hit, I put him right to 7 to not just get it done and over with. Princess Nisa, we'll find out what she does. Oh, and what do you guys think that this might be the character that possibly puts Ewoks back on the map?
Go ahead, Bones.
I mean, I
You're
don't
up.
think it's
Yeah,
going to.
Bob, this is your thing.
They said it's a lifter. Somewhere I saw Nisa's going to be a lifter, but I don't. You can't let the Ewoks be too good. They're fucking Ewoks, right?
Why not?
But maybe
They
Nisa.
defeated a legion of my best troops.
But maybe Nisa will be required, and maybe Wicked and a couple other rebels. I don't know. Do you want nothing but rebels? But I mean,
Oh, you're talking about for GL Leia.
yeah. Or is she going to do her entire own thing on another team?
GL Leia is not going to use any Ewoks, and she's probably not going to use Captain Rex.
I think it'll be up there with, I don't know, fucking Tuskens or something. You know what I mean?
Now, do you think more Ewoks are going to be put into her requirements?
Yes,
I think so. I think you get about 2 more.
I think you'll get at least one, and it will be like
Tebow.
not
Tebow.
one that is in rote platoons. It will be one that people don't have.
Cha-ching.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that ties in to the last part of the road ahead, which is. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so like if you have Wicked at Relics, and then there's another Ewok at Relics, and then you have this new Ewok, Nisa, you're going to want to take them all up to Relics anyway, so it's not really going to matter, because if you have 2 or 3 of them, you're going to want 5, because you want the full squad.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
We have how many right now? 5, don't we?
No,
we
there's
have
more.
like
It's
6
like
or
7.
7
I
Ewoks.
think
We have
there's 7.
7?
7. Yeah.
Jesus.
About to be 8. And that kind of leads us into the last thing of the road ahead.
Hold on.
Is
I still got to
Yeah,
get my
let-
rant. I still got to rant.
Let Bones go. He needs to let something off his chest
Go
here.
ahead. Go ahead. Yep,
Okay,
Go ahead.
you know, you had Ram Bam and Mace. You had fucking Paul at Escape Podcast and Hondo, right? For years, I've been begging for Teak. And if no one knows who Teak is,
I do not.
he's right here. He's on the stream there. This is
This
Teak.
was one of my favorite streams that you did, Bones, by the way. When we watched this movie on your Twitch, which is probably totally illegal.
Okay, and even if he's not an Ewok, he was amongst the Ewoks. He was amongst the Ewoks, and
I gotta look this up. I'm not on Twitch right now. Just go ahead. Keep talking. Keep it up there. I'll get there in a second.
he was amongst the Ewoks. He helped them out. He ran around like Flash. Like he would have been a cool animated character to add with the Ewoks. He was someone who had lifted them up. And if you don't know who he is, he's off of one of the Ewok movies. There was standalone Ewok movies. They're so bad, they're good. If you're a Star Wars fan, you got to go watch them. Because if you think about it, it was like the first content after Return of the Jedi was these. So it still has that cool Star Wars feel. You got to watch him. But Teak was one of the characters, and he could run around like the Flash. He was real quick, and he was a lovable, awesome guy. And instead, we got this fucking princess that even I don't know who the hell she is.
Oh my God.
No one else does.
This lovable character. He looks like Dark Crystal met like, Fraggle Rock or something. Like, what is going on here? He's like adorable character. Oh my God, no one ever. Oh my God.
He does.
George
look like a
Lucas
Ewok
was
on that.
fucking high as hell when he made this character. He's like, let's cross a donkey from Pinocchio with Jim Henson's puppet from Dark Crystal. He looks like Pinocchio turned into a donkey or something. I can't.
He does look like a Ewok on a crystal meth or something.
Yeah, like he's just like a birth effect Ewok that just came out and almost like elf, like "Urgh!" Like, just look at him. Did he talk? Did he like speak English or what?
So yes, I'm fucking
Oh
pissed. CG, what the fuck? And if you do release
Not
this
to
thing,
shit
I
on
better
your
get the fucking
yeah,
reveal.
not to shit on your character. I'm sorry for promoting him. It's just when I saw him, I was like,
I didn't expect the roast. I enjoyed it.
you're like, he's an adorable character. I just think I said the first thing that came to my mind. Said no one ever. Oh my god, I'm gonna buy this for my kids and scare them at night.
All right. So
I feel like that mask is like the end of Step Brothers, where he's like, "It's okay, it might sound movie quality."
oh my god. All right, so I will read this next long part. I think this is kind of important because I think CG is really going out on a limb, trying what they're going to try, and we're going to see if we like it. But they've announced a new raid.
Oh,
I know the
Yep.
Crate Dragon just happened. We're people are still figuring out teams and relicking teams for this raid, but they're already working on a new one. So, as promised, we are looking to bring a brand new featured raid to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes after the release of Galactic Legend Leia Organa. This is because she will be a featured player in the raid, much like Jabba the Hutt was for the Great Dragon Hunt. But what would this raid entail? With the 40th anniversary of Star Wars, Return of the Jedi in full swing, we thought it would be great if we could bring our own unique spin to the classic speeder bike pursuit from the movie.
God.
Using the motion tech we pioneered for the Dash Rendar level and the Star Killer event, we will bring to Galaxy of Heroes a brand new way of viewing and playing the game. Your squad will be racing through the forest moon of Endor, dodging trees, avoiding rocks, and skimming over the ground at breakneck speeds in pursuit of the Imperial Scout Troopers. You will be asked to bring 3 characters from the list below. These characters will have their abilities changed for the raid as they will all be zooming along on the 74-Z speeder bikes as seen in the movie. There are 8 new abilities, a unique basic shared by all characters, and 7 special abilities that characters will get 1 or 2 of based on their current abilities in their kits. Additionally, all of these replacement abilities will not be done traditional damage, but scoring points in the raid via applying different types of stacking effects onto the enemies. When any of these stacks reach a certain level, the enemy will be defeated, scoring you an even larger amount of points. We are working hard to bring these defeats to you as epic cinematic moments, a visual payoff for your strategic gameplay. Yay. For example, don't give a fuck till I see it. Don't think we forgot about how your mods and unique abilities will work either, including Luke's potency, which will increase the amount of distract stats applied with each use. Different stats will affect different abilities. We'll have a full list available to everyone before the raid is released. As we know, there will be some deep theory crafting and optimization made for the 3-person squads you'll be bringing into the raid. Currently planned allowed characters.
3-person squads.
3-person squads. This is the list of characters planned as of right now. Admiral Akbar, C-3PO, Chewbacca, Journey Guide version, Han Solo, Raid Reward version, Hera Syndulla, Lando Calrissian, Wedge Antilles, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker,
Jesus.
Chief Chirpa, Ewok Elder, Ewok Scout, Logray, Hot Blue, Tebow, Wicket, Admiral Piet, Imperial Stormtrooper, Iden Versio, Moff Gideon, Range Trooper, Magma Trooper, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, General Veers, and last but not least, Colonel Stark.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't
So when
wait.
do you expect to
I can't wait.
experience this new raid? The
Oh.
team is driving towards the fall/end of the year.
Soon.
So, guys,
Soon, TM.
what do we? I mean, should players drop relicking characters for the crate raid and now start focusing on this? or no, stay where you are, get the rewards, or are the rewards for this raid going to be better to force you to work on this shit?
You know what this tells you to do? Not give a shit about what's out right now. Because in 2 weeks, that shit's not going to matter, and there's going to be another bunch of bullshit.
And I can't wait. I can't wait to see their 8-bit Nintendo graphics that they now have moving when they play this new raid. Like this new graphic. Yeah, it looked like that stupid thing they were talking about looked literally like Street Fighter, like 8-bit Street Fighter games or something. I was like, this is the dumbest graphics. This is the best you can do.
Mike, no. Using the motion tech, they pioneered.
Oh.
They pioneered for that shit.
Oh.
All over it.
I could program something better than that. I'm not even a programmer. They're 8-bit. Did you see that? The whole was moving. It's like, oh man, it's like Final Fantasy -4. Like, what are you guys doing? Like,
it was different. The Dash Rendar thing, that was different. That was something we'd never seen or experienced before. But like I said, this is a bold step. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Let's see how it pays off.
Yeah, I want to say I'll give him credit that they're trying to do something different.
I agree. I agree.
But I can just read this and I'm thinking they're putting all this effort into something like this, and I bet you it fails. I bet you it underperforms. It's going to be underwhelming. I don't mean underperform, but it's going to be underwhelming to everybody, and they're going to think, oh, this is so cool. But you just got to think programming behind that. It's going to take a lot to convert all the abilities into this when you do that. Like they probably put quite a bit into it, and I think they're going to be more proud of it than what ends up being, and they're going to be butthurt about it. And usually when that happens, they double down on it and do some more bullshit to us because we weren't happy with it. And
let's just hope whoever looks at raid economy and balancing of raid rewards was actually awake at this meeting instead of how they were at the crate meeting, because the crate rewards, when they came out, everyone looked at them and went, "Are you fucking serious right now?"
They were absolute shit until they fixed it.
Are you serious? Why do I want to do the Sith raid instead of this new content that you just released?
But you know what? I don't feel like they're going to make that mistake again. And when you look at this list, I don't know. Now, hear me out. Here's my hot take on this. Now, you look at this list. What's in here and I know currently planned, which means they can add more shit later. But when you look at this list as it stands, what's in here that's new?
I mean, it's all old stuff.
Exactly. So, but it's also a lot of stuff that may not be at all optimal, like what Mike said way earlier in the show. Dude, I felt like I let my old Republic down. No, you really didn't. How many people really had Bas-Lashan at Relic 7? Everybody pretty much put it at Relic 5 and left it at that.
Mine was Gear 12.
Yeah. You look at this list, you may have to invest some other Relic levels, but they want you to do that.
If you're chasing GLs, you have a lot of these characters at Relic levels.
Except the Ewoks.
And
every Ewok in the game is in this list.
Somebody said earlier in chat, and this is a good point, that look for Nisa to be one of like the main characters that are going to kick ass in that raid.
Well, that's why they said that GL Leia will play a big part in this raid, like Jabba did in Crate raid.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the like big lifters are going to be Leia, Nisa, Jedi Knight Luke, and probably, I hate to say this, but Ewoks. I would think that Ewoks would make sense.
Yeah. But if they want people to engage in this new content, they need to make the rewards, in my opinion, better than what people have worked for and invested in the Crate Dragon. They need to make the rewards for this better to get people to engage.
Don't get me wrong. I like the new raid reward structure. I think that it is nice to choose what you want instead of getting a loot box. But if they want more people to be excited about the new raid, They need to put something enticing in that loot box that you want to
A
get.
character.
Oh, they will
character.
because it's light side. It's
You know
light
what-
side.
you know what-
They always give better loot for light side than they do dark side.
You know what I think they'll do? They
Red
will
5?
have a currency in this raid that
Red
allows
five.
you.
Red 5?
Red
data.
5.
No, they will have a currency in this raid that allows you to buy signal data. You want people to engage? What's the biggest bottleneck right now? Signal
Mhm.
data.
I mean,
I think it's a character. Because once
I
you
think
hand,
it's a
once you hand that out, you have to come up with a whole nother bottleneck to get people.
I'm with Bones. I think if you really want to get people excited about it, you put something unlockable.
What
into
epic character do you put in there then?
Red 5.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh,
motherfucker.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, while you ponder this, I had something I thought of. Like this female Ewok. Is she the only female Ewok? Is she like Smurfette for the Smurfs? Like I've never heard of another female Ewok. Like
Oh,
is
you
she
watch Return
the?
of the Jedi when C-3PO's telling the story? There's a mom holding her baby, and there's
Oh, okay. I must have blacked out.
yeah.
I must have
They
blacked out.
only let the male Ewoks talk in the village, okay?
They really do. I mean,
It's very
they
patriarchal.
really do.
I like how you're still on the Ewoks right now.
Well, it crossed my mind.
All right, so CG also says outside of those three major announcements, we have a few additional items we'd like to discuss. First, a tidbit from the designer working on the tiny but mighty Princess Nisa. I don't care. All right, so they worked on her. Great. It's a completely new character. Like what they did with Shorty. It's just a completely made-up character. So,
But hold on, there's an important part back on the Nisa. So his, I guess it was a pretty bad deal. His heart nearly exploded when he found out he was going to design her.
that's. I mean, I appreciate his zeal, but
He's a furry.
yeah.
Yep, he's
His
dressed up like
Heart
her right now.
nearly exploded.
All right, so next up,
Maybe he should stop eating so many French fries.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Next up, we are
Fucker.
thrilled to introduce a new original character into the Star Wars galaxy, Drogon, a rebel captain who fought with the rebellion on Endor and is a key part of the GL Leia squad. Since
There you
birth,
go.
Drogon has not just had a limb difference, but also a sense of justice and passion to help those in need. From the
And he has a
start,
podcast.
yeah. From the start, we focused on designing Drogon to not only be authentic, but also a character that feels part of the that feels part of broader the Star Wars. I'm either pronouncing that or that's bad sentence structure. I can't figure it out. We are excited to welcome Drogon to the squad and look forward to other ways we can broaden inclusive design into our game. Thanks for reading. The road ahead. If you don't have money, go fuck yourself.
Pretty
All right.
much. One more character.
So do you guys think this Drogon is that creature in Solo? He had 4 arms. You know what I'm talking
It's
about?
a totally
I think
made
you're
up.
thinking of Total Recall.
No, he
So,
was.
all right,
John
so
Favreau
this
was his voice.
See you at the party, Richter.
so I
Yeah.
think
You'll
I think
live
that-
longer.
I think Drogon is a completely new made-up character in the same way that Geonosian Brood Alpha is a made-up character. It's not like a canon character,
No,
but it's
I
just
know.
like a.
I know,
It's
but
just
I'm talking about his
something they're
species.
making up for the game.
I'm talking about the species.
Oh, I'm not gonna debate what his fucking species is.
Come on, man. Right here. Look, we're back again. Look over on the screen. This dude. Remember him on Solo?
Oh, you're talking about
Rio
not
Durant.
Toledo.
But he was on Solo. But they said the extra limb, and I bet you it's this kind of guy right here. I'm not saying it's him.
I also wondered what that meant. Also, what a weird Google image
Oh
results
shit!
have.
I didn't even see the other
There
ones.
is a hint where it says Drogon has not just had a limb difference, but also a sense of justice and passion to help those in need. So yeah, he's going to be an odd creature, but he's obviously going to be probably a marquee character that's going to get brought in. So that's And if you look at Jabba, I mean, look at the history. They brought in Jabba. There's 3 Marquis, right? Chrysanthemum, Skiffguard, Bouge, Leia. Now you've got Captain Rex, Nisa, and now this guy. So
Some of the ads on this.
it's just a
Oh, you guys
question.
took it down.
The next question is going to be, what are the rest of the requirements? And holy shit, what are the relic requirements going to be? Like, obviously, the Marquis, they're going to want Relic 7 to maximize profits.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
who are the shittiest rebels that most people don't have relics? Shittiest Ewoks, and like they said, maybe a Lobot, something that was on the journey of Leia, things like
Yeah,
that.
Lobot.
Yeah,
I have
can
him
see
at Relic 5, so I'm ready for that.
I could see Lobot being one of them, for sure. It's just little things like that. And we had a little argument, or a little, not argument, but thing going in the Discord where people were talking about, like, how many trash tunes and how many, like, useful tunes are there going to be. And, you know, Mikey said something like about how they're really low relics. Well, what if they make them lower relics overall, but they're more shitty characters?
Yeah, like 15 of them, right?
Yeah, so there
How
might
many
be more
pots have you
shitty
smoked in
characters.
your life?
Yep. So there might be more shittier characters as the requirements than most, but maybe there will be more lower relics as well.
I mean, what would you rather have? Would you rather have Relic 3 Tebow, Relic 3 Lobot, or Relic 7 Farm Boy Luke?
Oh god.
Relic
Well,
3.
that's still a potential.
Lobot. I'd rather have Lobot. I'm so sick of
Relic
Rebel
3
characters.
anything than a Relic 7 Farm Boy Luke.
Which
Yeah,
I
all
could
can
see
think
both
is
happening.
The characters from the Commander Luke Skywalker journey. So some of them, and then the Hoth Rebel soldiers.
Yeah, not the scout, but the soldier, the other one.
The one that isn't useful for Rebel fighters.
For anything.
Correct.
Yep, that's a good one.
So,
Yep.
Here's my take is that I feel that this GL requirement list is going to be very similar to Jabba in that the characters that you find to be very useful will be higher relic levels, and then they're going to put other characters that most people don't have at relic levels, and they'll put them in there at like relic 3, relic 4, relic 5, and they will make it accessible to new players because they want them to engage in the new raid content. They want you to go after this character. They don't want you to feel like, do I need to choose this new GL Leia, or do I go after one of the old GLs? They want you to go after the new hotness, right? So they're going to make it enticing. They learned their lesson with Lord Vader and Jedi Master Kenobi, where people were like, Jesus, this is so many high-level relic characters. I can't get this without a long grind. So they want people who are mid-game players to be like, you know what? I think I can reach this.
Now,
So that being said, do you think as more parts of the requirements come out, do you think more Ewoks and more Phoenix are going to be needed?
Yeah. But at lower relic levels.
okay, so we all know there's going to be at least one R9. Who's that going to be?
No, I don't think so.
Ezra.
Ezra? CLS?
Ezra.
I think it's going to be a Luke.
I think COS.
Ezra and Widget, whatever his name is, the little furry
Widget.
Wicket. What's his name? What's his
Widget.
freaking name? The guy who eats the cracker. You know,
Wicket's already in here. Relic 3.
I think
Wicked.
you needed two.
The little cracker eater.
A lot of people were saying Ugnaught as well. I can see that.
Ugnaught, yeah, original Ugnaught, yeah, man. Bring them all in there. It's all the guys we had from the beginning. We fucking hated, man. Bring all the rebel scum and put them all in one place. And you relic them all in the relic 3, and we'll throw in a couple. We'll do a second Lobot. We'll do an upgraded Lobot.
Jedi Knight Luke 9.
I'm going to somehow get that audio and put it over
Curveball.
Ugnaught.
I still don't think there. I don't think there will be a relic 9. I think it'll be relic 8. I don't think it'll be 9.
Actually,
I
Leviathan, there were
disagree.
two Relic 9.
Yeah, no, he brought up a good point. Jedi Knight Luke at Relic 9 could be I mean, I know a lot of people already have him at Relics, but 9 is a jump. I have a feeling they're going to put at least 1 9 in there to
Yeah.
really
especially
press
if it's Endor.
press the pay to win button.
Not 2.
I don't think
but
I don't
one.
think so. I really think they're going to make this accessible the same way that Java was.
Java was accessible. He was.
So excited
No,
to find
Java
out.
did not have 1 Relic 9 in his entire requirements.
This Leia
So
is the
excited.
counterpart to Java, right?
Yes.
Maybe it's Slave Leia.
Stop.
You're dreaming. It's no.
They
Also-
already said in the post that's not happening.
So also,
With the little guy on it? Where's the little guy? Who's that guy?
Oh, Crom, he's already with Java.
Where's the little guy? Huh? That guy. Well, I'm
so-
excited. I'm excited to see what relic they're going to make us take this to. Whether it's 3 or 9, they're all Rebel characters, and I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for that.
I think there'll be 1 9. I think for sure.
Oh, I can't wait.
Mike, you
Either-
despise Rebel. You
Either
are
way,
not gonna go after
I'm
this. Like,
excited.
I was telling you to go after Jedi Master Luke like a year ago.
Which one? Which who?
Jedi Master Luke.
Never heard of him. I told you I would do that like Christmas, a year or 2 ago?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was like
If
a
there was
Christmas New Year's podcast.
If there's one Relic 9, I hope they make it a tank. I hope it's Stormtrooper Han.
I love Stormtrooper.
Oh.
You know
Yeah.
what? I would
Red-
be on.
I would do that one. I'd do that one, Relic 9.
Yeah,
I'd be happy.
I'd buy that for $1.
You're
yeah.
all on board, which means it absolutely isn't happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Most likely.
True.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, what's the one you would least want, Avant? What's that one?
Jedi Knight Luke, Relic 9.
Who would I least want to
Least
be a Relic?
want to be a Relic 9.
That would be.
I can think of a lot of characters that I wouldn't
Well,
want
who
to be
would
Relic 9.
like probably Wedge would be one of mine. You know, like they make Wedge Relic 9.
That's the one.
No,
that
Wedge
came to
and
he's a
mind.
Biggs.
At least he's a pilot.
Yeah. Did you guys see them make fun of me because I had like a Gear 8 Wedge?
God.
Oh, he's like Gear. Here, I'll look him up. He's a. Oof.
And this is why Sternbach gives you so much shit when you guys are on your show.
Also, think
Wedge.
of this. I could also see Raid Han being R9.
You know what?
No. I still am gonna stand by my comment that there will be
No
no
Relic
Relic 9s.
We
I think
know.
Relic 8 will be the cap. There will be no R9s.
I think you can book it. Either Raid Han or Jedi Knight Luke, Relic 9. 100% you can book it.
Yep, I'm booked that too.
Leviathan needed 2 9s.
Wait.
There's no way that they value Leviathan more than in a GL.
Princess Leia, Relic 8.
I mean, yeah, Relic 8, I could see that, and that would be appropriate because it's for GL Leia. I don't think there's an R9 in there.
But where do you ever use Princess Leia? She's been on the bench for years.
You had to relic her for somebody, didn't you?
Yeah, I know you did. For Jedi
Relic,
you have a relic.
Relic 3 for JKL.
Yep.
Okay, so chat is asking what ship is going to be required because they always have a kind of a ship tied to it, right? And this makes me think too for another requirement. Somebody,
If you say
Raven's
Red
Claw.
5, we're gonna.
Huh?
It's
No,
It's going to be
I'm
Raven,
not. I'm just kidding.
Raven's Claw.
Yeah, someone brought up Raven's Claw, and I've said this for a long time. It's a
Oh,
ship that no one uses, no one thinks about it.
Oh.
All of us were talking the other day. A lot of us don't even have it farmed up, and there's no use
I
to
do.
doing it. So
I don't even have it unlocked yet.
yeah, and I don't. I have it at 4-star. So a lot of people don't.
That could be 50-50 though, because I don't think Jabba requirements had a ship, did it?
I think they all do. I think they all.
No, I
Yeah,
don't-
they have the Outrider or whatever it is because I'm still trying to get
Yeah.
7-star.
Oh.
Ah,
Yep. Outrider. Yep. You're right.
I'm still trying to get. I have 6 stars. I'm still trying to get 7.
And there's like that one, not pay to win a ship, but it's tough to get. And if you neglect it, it's like that one thing you're missing, right?
But,
And you're waiting on-
you're right, Bob. That ship is useless. Nobody uses. No, that's a good fucking point.
And
It'll be very useful when Red 5 comes out.
which makes me
Oh,
think.
fuck.
Yes, I agree. And when Jar Jar's riding on top of the Red 5, I'll be so
I'd
happy.
rather have blue
Now
4.
you can eat a dick. No.
Oh, there's another reference.
No.
That's a fourth one.
No, you know what? I want him on the ship because he's too dumb to wear a mask. So decompression will hit him. He'll turn himself inside out. His innards will spill out into the blankness of space.
Dude, he can
I'm all
breathe.
for
He can breathe underwater. He can breathe in
No,
space.
he can't.
It's
Why
science.
you know like Jar Jar? Why
No,
you know like Red 5? Usa.
Misa.
No, I can't.
Misa love you. Long time.
He's just so fucking stupid. No.
So but real quick before I forget, and I'll shut up. Raven's Claw. That makes me think probably R8 Kyle Katarn. Kyle Katarn, lore-wise, was very, very deep with the Rebels, and I think it would make a lot of sense.
You guys have increased the number of Relic 8s way over what they're going to ask.
I think here on out, there won't be any R9s, but the rest will be R8.
I still stand by this. I'm going to say no R9s. We're gonna refer back to this
talking
podcast.
about rebels though, rebel scum.
Yeah.
Sick of talking about rebels. Who cares? I just feel dirty.
I know we're running really late, but let's get to viewer questions. I never want to forget the people that support us. If they ask us something, we have to answer it. So what do we got?
Well, that's up to you guys because I can't pull them up.
All right, let me go. Hold on.
And while he's doing that, Brill makes a good point, and that makes me think. He thought Princess Nisa would be a Gungan. And why the fuck did you give me a goddamn cartoon Ewok princess, but not Jar Jar Binks? I don't care what anyone says. Jar Jar Binks is better than that.
Because they want me to continue spending money. And I already gave my vow if they add that useless fucknut to the game, I'm not spending. That's why.
For once, I hope they don't watch our show.
I really do.
So they put one CD.
Okay.
It makes me wonder where the term "fucknut" came from.
Is it really?
No.
Oh.
I love the term "fuck bag."
That'd be funny.
Was it some like mech somewhere with a nut, and he's like, I'd do it. I don't know.
It's the Dollar General Transformer fuck nut.
Oh my god.
Viewer questions.
What were those
one.
things called? Because the Transformers are too expensive. They were called GoBots or something, remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, GoBots were the cheap man's Transformer.
Yeah, man.
They
Your parents would buy your Transformers.
Starscream, you got a GoBot.
Oh, they had a plain one. I forget what it's called.
Supernova Yell.
Yeah.
Starscream.
Yeah. Supernova Yell. That's what you got.
That's funny.
Okay, first question is from Liquid Schwartz. What is the biggest mistake you made with your account, and how did you fix it?
Opening it. Starting this journey that's like, it's like a bittersweet marriage. It's like an abusive, taunting marriage.
That's so true. What was the biggest mistake you made? I started.
It's like Jay-Z says, every time I think I'm out, they pull me right back in.
Yeah. Hit download. That was my biggest mistake. I'll go honestly. For the longest time, I slacked on ships, and I'm finally at a point in my account where I don't have to worry about ships as much. My ships are pretty much all 7-star. I've got 6-dot mods and all my pilots. Ships was my weakness, but I redirected, focused fire on what I need to do, and now they're not bad. That was my biggest mistake.
I think for me there were two things. First was quitting.
Yeah, you fucking quitter.
Come back.
Second, being so insanely confident that Lord Vader was going to be good at launch. He went for Kenobi, I went for Vader. Vader came out and was fucking terrible, and I was a couple of weeks off from getting him when he came out. And then the nerf happened, and then with Vader being terrible, and then the nerf happening, I just quit. I was like, I'm so far behind, I'm over it.
That's why you always go for light side.
Yeah, seriously.
Vader at first until Maul hit was absolutely terrible.
Even
He
after
really
that,
was.
He's still fucking terrible.
Yeah, but now with Datacrons, Lord Vader is still a problem.
I like Lord Vader. He's good.
I still want him just for collector's purposes.
All right, how about you, Bones? Biggest mistake.
So I've been playing this game since fucking day one, unfortunately, but I was ready to quit whenever they released GLs for the first time. And already I thought it was a grind, and then they released that, and I was overwhelmed. I was ready to quit. So, of course, I didn't farm for a GL until JML came in. So I just regret not farming the GLs when I could, a little sooner. I also go with the sentiment of ships. I think anybody who lacks in ships regrets not working on them sooner. And then also I think relics. Relics I didn't like at first. So I didn't even give a fuck. Like I didn't even want to work on them. I just didn't want to do it. So I just wish I would have did a little bit better.
I think my biggest regret is being in a stagnant guild for like 6 to 12 months when I first started.
What the hell are you trying to say, man? We love you, dude.
And no. This is pre-Sith Lords.
I know. It was just
I was in a stagnant guild, and we were not earning Han Solo or HAAT rewards. So I was like really, really behind, and then finally like left my guild and found a guild where everyone was active, and that's when I finally started to like really get gear and progress my roster. So obviously the game is way different now than when I first started, but people were using Line for communication instead of Discord when I first started playing. So that's how long it's been.
Yeah, there was it was either Discord or Line. I remember that. And it's funny you say that because the first like 8 months to a year I was in a Russian guild, and I had no idea what I was doing. There was like one guy from like Eastern Europe that knew English. It was like broken English, and I was like, how do I do this? But I could get like Han shards, so I was just able to get the shards. And I'm like, how do you do this? And no one ever, like, all this stuff was in Russian. Like, I had no clue. And the guy'd be like, no deploy, or like, no, like, like, no this, or no, like, very, like, shoddy answers. That's hilarious you said that. Forgot about that.
Your guild journeys are the most interesting I've ever met.
Oh, I am by far I'm like the Dos Equis man with my guild journeys.
I've been listening to Good Morning Korriban for quite a while, and about, I would say on average every 5 to 6 months there was an episode where Mike was like, well, I had a problem with my guild. Fucking guys, they fucking do this, they kick me out, I gotta find a new one. And Sturm's like, Mike, what am I gonna do with you? Like, come on, like, we gotta, like, come on.
And mind you, I was active like every day playing, like involved, one like officer status, and some of them like I was just like I would come. She'd be like, "You need to do this." I'm like, "No, man, we're not doing that. Like, it's stupid." Or like, I was more opinionated. It's back when I used to drink too, so I was like way more opinionated. I would wake up in the morning, we were talking about this, and I'd have some new character I bought, and it'd be like, "Oh, like I didn't even know I did it." It's just like, oh, it was bad. It was bad. So, yeah.
All right, next question is from Razor Rock. He says, I got Starkiller a few months ago, got him to Gear 9, and then moved on to other stuff. I'm currently working on Java. Once I get Java, should I get back and fix Starkiller, or do I do something else? Cal, Profanity, another GL, etc.
Well, first off, I'm going to answer that by telling you need to put Starkiller to relics immediately.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. You guys keep talking.
No, good. He needs to put Starkiller to relics, like, immediately. Like, you got him to Gear 9. When you unlock something like that requires some sort of journey or other stuff to relic up, you need to finish that character before you move on to the... And again, this is just my opinion, but when you do an event like that, when you unlock that character, you need to, like, all of your effort, all of your resources need to get Zetas on him, Omicrons if they're required, relic levels, like Starkiller at least, I would put it relic 5 and then reevaluate where your roster is from there.
Yeah, because just because you unlock the character, your grind isn't over with. It's over with when he's maxed out to where you're happy. I guess you were happy at Gear 8, But you got to take him up to relic, like he said, relic 5. Any legendary character, in my eyes, if I spend the time to get a legendary character, no matter what level it is, I'm going to take it to relic 7. Maybe not the older ones, you know what I mean? But even the older ones, most of them deserve to be taken to R7. R5 at a minimum.
Well, I mean, it depends on what level it is too. But if he's like a 5 million account, then a Star Killer would probably be really effective for him. Hopefully, I'm going to get these Grand Inquisitors so I can start helping out in the territory battles. So I don't know,
That's true.
I don't know. I kind of wish I stuck with Java, but he's next on my list. So. But if he's like my level, I would say, you probably shove Relic, and then I would do Inquisitors and then Java. Would be my take.
Yeah, now there's even more of an incentive to go after Inquisitors because now the Grand Arena event or the Grand Inquisitor event is in the Journey Guide. You can do it whenever you want.
Yeah,
Right.
get there when you can.
Which really pisses me off because I just got him.
You did. In fact, you were working on that mission before we went on.
Stupid. Anyway, go ahead. Next question. Next question for the panel, man.
Hey,
next question is
guys, real quick before we go on, I just want to acknowledge that Aoi Hero gave us a follow. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you very much.
Daisy also gave us a follow.
So yeah, people still coming in. Hit the fucking button. Just hit the button. Hit the button.
And our fellow content creating friend Kate is in the chat. What's up, Kate? She said Star Killer can also potentially cost an opponent a GL, which at lower levels is huge.
Ooh, yeah.
True. That is true.
Saucy.
That's very true. Yep.
All right, sorry, Yvonne. You can go ahead to the next one, buddy.
Next question is from Banja. How much are Leviathan mirrors going to suck on a scale from 1 to Hoover vacuum?
She's gone from suck to blow.
Who's got the higher relics?
I honestly think who's got the higher relics on their ships,
and it's also,
on their pilots.
It's also going to be a coin flip because everyone's going to need Relic 9 Darth Revan because it's one of the requirements. So if the Leviathan is super fast, it's going to be a coin flip. Like how if you go in with a Raid Han against a Raid Han, who's first?
Yeah. Well, no, that was determined.
I'll let you know in a year.
Master shoots first.
Well, when they're the exact speed.
But then it's RNG. Like I've gone into profundity battles where we're both R9, and it also depends on their dash Rendar. Yep. But that's going to be a big thing with Leviathan. Like who's going to go first? I think mirror matches are going to suck. To be honest,
it's going to be about who has all of their ships Relic 9 with their crew.
I think that they may program the AI to be stupid. And not use the use the correct order of specials and like maybe make them use a basic ability when they should use a special, so that you can like overcome the defense.
Yeah, because you notice in profundity, the Falcon always does the wave thing when it does the wiggle, and they should do a basic to set up more assists, and they don't do it. So as much as I despise fucking profundity mirror matches, because it seems like, they dodge your attacks and get bonus protection left and right, but you couldn't buy a fucking dodge. So,
yeah.
But
yeah.
Well, also maybe the AI will like call in the wrong reinforcement. I don't know if that'll matter, or maybe it'll call in the best reinforcement because remember you can delete it.
That could be.
Make it a little easier for you.
Let us know on the next episode of Yacht Talk.
He's right. Negotiator does that. Sometimes Negotiator brings in a reinforcement, and you're like, yeah, that is not the ship I would have brought in right now for your situation. But I like it.
And they won't be able to manipulate, like players won't be able to manipulate the reinforcements because most of them will be pimped out anyways. So you can't really adjust anything.
It won't matter because the reinforcement will just die.
Exactly.
That is true. That is fair. Yeah.
Also, real quick, guys, 3 bros gifted a sub to Brill. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Can't thank you enough.
Appreciate that sub. Man, no one's asked me to do impersonations for a segment. Thank God.
That's coming.
Fuck.
Okay, next question from Brill was answered. So I'm going to read the question and the answer just for shits and gigs. Brill says, I'm curious as to whether we'll be able to run both raids at the same time. Before they forced the raid structure on us, we were able to. And then Banja replies, they've stated you cannot. Okay, repost the bullshit detector. Next question is from CS Wins. First off, let's go around the table for what everyone is drinking.
I'm not drinking anything but Powerade.
I was drinking Maker's Mark 101 proof.
Oof, I was drinking Makers last week. This week I'm drinking a hazy. And Mike, you said
Mike doesn't drink.
What you drinking?
Mike,
I live off of straight Gur. I don't drink anything.
just
Right.
drinking
I
dark
drink
side
napalm.
Kool-Aid. Dark side Kool-Aid.
I drink napalm. Dark side Kool-Aid. I
love
drink
the smell
sick
of napalm
marauder
this morning.
juice.
Smells like victory. It's that
Smells like
smell,
victory.
that gasoline smell.
CS Wins also asks, what does everyone think of this new meta of tunes not needing great speed? And why does it feel like CG is targeting people with sub 2.5 mod scores as their target audience? LOL.
They want more casual players.
Yeah. No, I in fact, my son and I were talking about that. I've noticed a trend that teams are, and this has been said, and I'll give the Gambit podcast guys a lot of credit. Solo and Zareth said in one of their last shows that they have seen the trend of speed is not what it used to be. It's still good. You still want it. You still want mods that have a lot of speed, but I feel like CG is moving away from that because it's turning off a lot of early to mid game players. Like, well, I can't get the good speed mods yet, and my teams are just getting shit on. So now, in response to that, they're making teams that don't necessarily have to be lightning fast. Like, you look at the unaligned force user squad. You know, we've got Horn Meniscus coming out, going to go with Seer. You don't want that team fast. So I think they're moving in a direction that is going to keep players engaged where, okay, I can focus on this team and I don't have to do the extra expense of farming more mods, getting awesome speeds. And so it's making it easier for them.
I couldn't have
And
said it better.
with things like that, it's also like the more players you have play the game, if they keep the casual player base, they'll keep more people playing the game. Would you rather have for your game, would you rather have a lot of people that spend or a small amount of people that spend a bunch of money, or a huge amount of people that spend little bits here and there?
Depends on how good you are at math.
Yeah.
Then they should they should allow us to keep more mods then, if that's the case, so we don't have to throw away all the ones that aren't fast enough or whatever.
I would also
They need
enjoy
to-
that.
I
They need to
definitely
redo that.
keep more of like a casual player base and more people that are like, okay, you know, I'm
Because
just
I'm maxing out my mods, man. Like, I'm at the point now where I can only keep the fastest ones. So if there's ones I can use that aren't as fast, that'd be great, dude.
Let's get our resident union rep, Bones, on that one. Go ahead, Bones. Talk to CG about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob, you need to get on that.
I was just texting him while you guys were talking, so
I'm sure you were.
Okay, so CS Wins has a 4-part question. On to part 3.
Holy shit.
Spicy food. Thoughts. Are you for or against? How spicy is too spicy? Personally, I'm a hot as I can get it kind of guy.
I can't
This
handle it.
is a food question?
Yeah, no, we have food questions. I will start. I am the biggest fucking baby when it comes to hot food. You give me median wings and I'm still reaching for my water and I'm bitching like a bitch. But I will say, my fiance, I've yet to see a hot sauce that would do her in. She did the 1 chip challenge, and her biggest complaint was the chip was stale and dry. I've given her some of the hottest hot sauces from the show Hot Ones, and yeah, they're hot for her, but she's not crying. She, nose running, eyes watering, but she looks at me and goes, "It's great." And yeah, so I'm the big baby. My fiance, she's a god. She kills all that shit. What about you guys?
Same
I
exact
like
thing you said.
I would say that when it comes to spicy food, it comes out like it goes in. So I prefer to digest it. So, like I prefer, like I was also raised in a family that didn't have a lot of spice. So, like the concept behind it is you don't really digest it because it just kind of just gets dumped right out, and So digest your food, leave spice out.
I like tastefully spicy, like where you're using curry or cayenne cooked into whatever you're making.
Yeah, like flavorful spice.
Like I want to, or like ancho chilies or adobo chilies. Like I want to taste the spice, but not like have it punch me in the face.
I agree.
Okay. 4th question. Can we all just say, thank fuck it's not Mary Poppins Leia?
Yeah.
Thank fuck it's not Mary Poppins Leia, everybody.
Yeah.
Who is Mary Poppins Leia?
Thank
Am I
fuck
missing
it's not Mary Poppins Leia.
Mary Poppins Leia would just be Mon Mothma, but reskinned.
Yeah.
Wait, Mary Poppins Leia is who?
So it's Resistance Leia. Isn't it because she was flying through space? Is that what they mean?
Oh, that one. Oh, I see.
And it was literally Mary Poppins. Yeah.
They played the theme song as she flew.
And what was the science, since we talked about math earlier, what was the science behind her not being frozen and broken into pieces as she went through space?
It's called the Force.
She used the
She used the Force. Yeah.
The Force shield. She had a Force shield.
Yep.
Next question is from Pico Burrito.
Pico.
Question. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Pico Burrito. No shit. All right, Pico, what do you got?
Question. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Is the new raid going to replace Crate or rotate with it? I'll take your answers off the air. No, you won't. You'll take them right here.
No, I don't think it's going to replace it. I think guilds are going to have the choice to do the Crate or like how some guilds have the Sith raid or the Crate raid, or guilds will have the option to do this raid. I think it's going to be a buffet of raids of wherever your guild is. What can you accomplish? What can you do? And what raid will you maximize your rewards for the guild?
I think I'll rotate like TB, light side, dark side.
But I think it's going to have some really different rewards. Or what's the point?
Yeah,
so
it depends on the rewards.
I don't think you're going to replace it because it's too new. Like,
it is.
So I don't think. I think they're going to make it to where you want to rotate it somehow.
To me,
I don't.
Well, the other thing is, I don't think they're going to replace it because what do you say to all those players of? Well, the Crate Dragon raid, we're done. Thank you for putting all your Tuskens to Relic 8, but we're done.
Yeah,
exactly.
Really? You're going to fucking fuck over people like that?
I think they will entice you to do different raids, which will also be less boring, right? Because you'll be rotating between different content and it will be more engaging for the player base.
Yeah, with CG, it's all about maximizing dollar intake. I agree with your son. I think they're going to do a light side, dark side, and they're going to keep doing things like that in order for you to max like that. This new raid is going to have you, max out new characters, and whether it's Relic 9 or Relic 5, it's some idiot you don't want a Relic. So whatever maximizes their dollar base. So I think I think he's right. I think it's going to be light side, dark side, and then maybe they'll throw in a different type of. Maybe they'll throw in an unaligned Force user, then they'll be Old Republic. They'll just keep adding more specifics to it like they do with the kits, and they'll just keep making you spend, man. But it's Disney. Remember, Disney owns this now, so it's just they flood the market with this stuff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think own it. They're gonna flood it. They're just gonna give it like a month. God, just think of like a flood coming at you. Sorry.
We
I
got
had, to
two
give you,
more.
I had to give you the visual perspective, like Die Hard, where they're in the tube and the water's just. He's driving this. Get the fuck out of here, man! Getting up this thing, like that's what you're gonna be like.
Fucking shit, ladies! Does it sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
Exactly.
I definitely think they'll do it like that. They'll be the week that the new raid comes out, they'll drop the new raid. It'll be like you can only do this raid for the week, and then the next week you'll do the crate dragon. The week after that you'll do the new raid,
Right.
and the week after that you'll do the crate dragon. I think
I agree. They're gonna flip it. I think so.
That'll
And they're gonna add a new one.
so
force
bad.
people to do the new raid. They're not going to put all this hard work into a new raid just for you to be like, well, the crate rewards are better. No.
Oh, that's
But remember,
so bad.
you're playing a game that has datacrons that people wail out on. I know you don't have to, but they do, and they're gone in 4 months. So what's not to say that 6 months later that maybe this does replace the old raid, and maybe this is just their cheap content to keep us going every 6 months.
Dangling the carrot. Yeah.
It's also valid.
Like that fucking rabbit.
Whatever maximizes income, I suppose. They got some nerd. Their best nerds are the stat guys. They're like, oh, these nerds spent on this, so let's charge these nerds that.
Yeah, the guys that live on fucking beef jerky and hot pockets, motherfucker.
Right.
Head Beckett's.
Okay, 2 more questions.
All right, what do we got?
Next question is from Bodie. So the teams given so far for the new raid include Rebels, Ewoks, and Imperial Troopers. Do you think we'll see any other faction? And will it still be 5 battles, or do you think it will be less?
I feel like
I think it will be more because
know.
they shortened it to three
they
teams.
shorten the teams to 3.
Mhm.
They might make it 6 or 7 battles. But as for other factions,
I think you'll see Scoundrels.
No, I don't
why
think so.
would you say Scoundrels? In Return of the Jedi?
Han's a scoundrel. Chewie's a scoundrel. I think they could. I mean,
No, there's too many scoundrels.
Like in Crate Dragon.
No, there's too many. They can't do Scoundrels.
There's
Scoundrels
too many scoundrels.
in the game. You can't do Scoundrels. That would leave way too much room open. I think it sticks with Rebels or Empire.
Yeah.
Okay, remember,
And
guys,
Ewoks.
it's not the same as the other raid. If you go back and look, there's only like 7 abilities total you can do. And
Right.
You got to know what characters convert into those abilities, and maybe every character has a different mix of them.
And also, the whole raid is going to be you on the speeder bike.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you have to have a jet Imperial only on your team. You could have fucking JKL, Moff Gideon, and some other person, as long as you know what their abilities convert into and it synergizes
Right.
with each other.
But that's why I don't think it's going to be Scoundrels, because Scoundrels is such a huge faction,
Yeah.
and so many players already have a lot of
I-
Scoundrels and relics. That's going to make this raid too easy.
I agree with that, but what I'm saying is they're not going to add any more because it's a 3v3 raid. You can't. So they're not going to add any more because it being condensed down to 3v3 and only being limited to the abilities you can use, they don't need to have any more. It's only going to be confusing because you got to figure out what characters convert into what abilities and what. works
Okay.
together.
So I have 2 questions with that, since it's Return of the Jedi. 1, can Wookiees ride speeders? Are their legs too long? and two,
No, but the fuck can get into an ATST.
Yeah, I was about to say.
is there like some kind of lever where they can just lift it up off the ground more? I'm curious. Anyway, and 2, like, can I figure out how to put OR in there? Was there some OR side cannon gig that happened in the movies?
I don't think any OR is going to be involved
All
in
right.
this
You
raid.
had your time to shine 3 weeks
You had
ago.
your time with the Crate Dragon raid.
Yeah, with my Jedi Knight Revan, yeah, that's great.
Yep.
I get over 1 million.
They should make a new OR category and throw all the OR characters in there and not just have them as Sith. It's so silly to me because like you can take away from so many OR characters. Anyway, go ahead. Next question.
I agree. And I think there's going to be a GL eventually. Not anytime soon, but I think we'll get a GL. That's
Two light side Revan, red and purple, baby.
Yep.
Revan.
Revan Reborn. That's what everyone's been talking
Bring them
about.
out, bring them out. Hard to talk with the barrel in your mouth.
But
Yeah.
your theory of that dual Revan, I love it. That's the best thing I've heard.
I think
Yeah,
a
you could do light side. He can be both. He can be both. You pick what he is. He could go light side. He could go dark side. He could be whatever you want.
And we just saw with the Cal Kestis. I mean, we've seen it before, the Cal, but like they're really
Hold on.
messing with the different stances and everything.
Can you imagine that Revan as a legend being an unaligned Force user? He's not light. He's not dark. He
Or
can
maybe
work
have a gray
both.
Jedi category. Why don't they have any gray Jedi? Where are they at?
Or he has both Jedi and Sith tag, and he just
And then
exactly.
you just make a crazy Jedi Sith team.
Throw him in there
No,
with
you-
a torn
like,
meniscus,
in-
and he'll be slapping fools.
In my mind, you can choose whether he's light or dark side before the battle, and then he has different specials for what you choose. That's what I would think.
Or he's got like a Kiadi Mundi, like change stance type thing.
Or you could do the stance as well. Have the different moves, have the stance, right? Like that'd be dope. Do something different. Stop thinking about the stupid lame stuff.
Unfortunately, we did get Jabba. Now we're getting Leia. I think we're looking at another
It's great.
year
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
before we even get wind to another legend.
That's fine.
They released
It's-
all that Old Republic stuff. They were like, "Here's Jabba."
Yeah, no, they did. They
It's
did.
like you're talking about Gargoyle cheese with freaking free time, baby.
They technically did give us an Old Republic legend, Leviathan.
That's a
They
shit.
gave us a ship. It's a legendary ship. It's
Whatever.
going to decimate everything.
Parts and pants quakes towards nose. Get out of here.
Yeah, a ship that was in the
Get outta
game
here.
for literally 5 minutes.
Let me bask in its glory.
Oh,
His landfill.
but I'm saying
Let me bask in landfill's glory.
we're running out of factions to have GLs for, so I think it's sooner rather than later. You know, they come in pairs,
Ooh.
right? We're having our original trilogy.
This guy. I like this guy.
Yep.
Yeah, invite this guy back.
Thank you.
So
the
before we
praise
wrap,
Last,
before we
last,
wrap this
last
up,
and final. Last and
Oh,
final.
last question. We're running out of time here.
Let's get the.
What do
fuck
you
outta
think
here.
feature raid means? Like, will it be here for a month or two or something else?
Huh?
To infinity and beyond.
I think for at least a year.
Ooh.
I actually, yeah,
Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah.
I again think this is another tool that CG is going to use to have you because at this point they're running out of factions. But here's the thing: you're running out of factions, but a lot of people looked at tunes at Relic 5 and that was it. Relic 5 was like the baseline. You want to put tunes to Relic 5 and yeah, you may want to bring your attackers up, you bring your tanks up, but supports, healers, a lot of tunes would stay at 5 and they would work in either GAC or anywhere else you use them. If they keep doing what they're doing with the raids, it's forcing you to bring tunes past that Relic 5 into Relic 7, Relic 8. Like, for instance, I never would have brought my fucking Mandalorians to Relic 8 if it wasn't for this Crate Dragon Raid. Like, what the fuck's her name? The female Mando and the
Bo.
Katie Sack.
Arr.
yeah, Bo Katan. I never would have brought Bo Katan to fucking Relic 8 if it wasn't for this raid.
What if she could sit on your face?
Relic 9.
Relic 9. Yeah.
I would have took her down to R3.
But like honestly, for what you want the Tuskens to do in GAC with the Omicron that Tusken Raider has, Relic 5 or maybe 7. That was about as far as you wanted to take them. But you know, for the Tuskens to really shine in the Crate Dragon Raid, you want them at 8. Old Republic, you know, yeah, you probably had Jedi Knight Revan at 7, but everyone else was at 4, 5, maybe somewhere in there. Jolie Bindo, like really? Where were you putting Jolie and Relics?
Hey, whoa. Pump your brakes. That guy's a national treasure there, buddy.
You say another negative word about Elvis Presley, I'll fucking kill you.
No, I'll tell you what, those Jedi Knight Revan mirror matches back in the day, fucking miserable.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't know shit
I
about
will-
Disney.
My last comment will be this before I have to go night time. Wouldn't you just rather have a level 90?
No.
No.
Yes. That's it.
No.
That is it. Why? Why? Why would you not want a level 90?
I'd
Instead of
rather
going relic
spend my
11,
credits
12.
on mods. I'd rather spend my credits on mods.
Oh, hot take. Real quick. I know Mike's got to
Don't
go.
want a level 90?
It's getting late, but hot take. This new raid. Here's the ultimate engagement. Here's what gets people to engage in this raid. This raid finally gives you material for Relic 10.
No, go away, Logan.
How was that
Oh my
any
God.
better of a take
Why
than level
not
90?
just do level 90? This is
Yeah.
so
How was
stupid.
that
Like,
any
just
better?
No, seriously though,
like 10.
they want to like Relic 10 is coming
How? There's no way. There's no way. We go level 11. What are you going to do?
right
Vision
here.
relics? What's
No,
going on?
right here. This new raid.
Boo this man.
You finish this new raid. You finish this new raid.
Can't you just create another new level that's like a brighter neon sign that's maybe orange and
Think
green?
about
And
the
then,
money. Think
and
about
then
Says
you
the
call it
man. Says the man from his poo-poo deck on his yacht.
yeah. You
No.
could call it the
Think
you could call it the ultra bestest yacht level. You could call it yacht. You could call it yacht level. And you could just be like, it'd be orange and green,
Fuck you.
and then it'd be like you could have all new gear.
Fuck
So
you.
like once you take like like Sturbach loves Kylo, right? So once you take Kylo to relic, to yacht 4, he'll wear a nice little tie-dye shirt or something, like he'll get new gear.
To Durkin tier.
It would not shock me if this new raid unveils Relic 10 material to get people to engage in this new raid. That's what'll do it.
All right, fair enough. It would not surprise me if you bought a boat like Michael Douglas and
Only if it's on. Only if it's on
Took it around the
Jabba's
world.
barge.
No, Wolf of
Yacht.
Wall Street sitting on my yacht. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
With my dick in
All
my
right,
box.
let's wrap this shit up and get out of here. This has been an extra long episode, but we had an extra amount of info to go through. Thank you for everybody that subscribed, supported us. I do want to make an announcement. I'm going to start doing this next week on our show. For all of you that subscribed, for all of our subscribers, I will have two $20 gift cards for iTunes. And randomly, throughout the show, I will throw out a rando-ass Star Wars trivia question. And believe me, I've been watching Star Wars for a long fucking time. So basically, whoever gets to Google first and answers this question, if you are a subscriber and you answer this question first in chat, we will set up arrangements and I will have this card sent to you and you will get it. So there will be two opportunities once a month for our subscribers for a random question, and you could be in for a $20 iTunes gift card for crystals or whatever you may spend iTunes on or whatever the fuck.
But what if they don't have iTunes?
Rando question. Ooh,
And
valid point there.
and you know what? A $20 gift card. Doesn't have to be
Ooh,
There we
nice.
There
Thank
we
you,
go.
Bones. Thank you.
$20 gift card.
Hey, so, just so you guys know, like rando questions are like, who was the first Star Wars character to milk something in a movie, right? Like those are random questions.
That's
Right?
why I said whoever hits
Yeah.
Google first and gets the
Yeah.
question in
You
chat.
know, right? Like, who was the first person to be frozen in anything in Star Wars?
Yeah, like what company first developed the ATST? Like who the fuck knows?
Ooh, yeah.
I like it.
But no, that's
Mikey's only gonna come by for the
No,
I want to do the questions. I want to know what the question.
no. This little giveaway will happen because 4 weeks in a month, once a month on the show. I will announce what show it is. It'll be $40. Two $20 gift cards. I will, and it's going to be random. Could be in the beginning of the show. middle of the show, near the end of the show. But you've got to be in chat, and you've got to give us the right answer, and that'll be it. But that's only for our subscribers.
And you got to subscribe, you cheap bastards.
Well, I just said that. Yeah, you got. That means you got to hit that fucking button.
You got to hit this fucking button, damn it. I still love you guys.
Figure it out. Figure it out, Mr. Who. You can do it.
That will start next week. I will have questions. I will have 2 questions prepared for 2 different gift cards to go to our listeners who have hit the fucking button and our subscribers. So other than that, I have nothing else to say. Thank you. Mike, pimp your shit, man. Pimp your show and tell us where people can find you and your compatriot, Sternbach, the bum who couldn't be with us tonight.
Sternbach had prior obligations. You can find us on Discord, Facebook. We are on YouTube. So, I mean, if you didn't get enough of this, now you have like 100 and some. I think we're 108 episodes now of this, you know? And you can get to see me age over the years and everything. It's great. It's like being in a time machine. So on YouTube, you can listen to us on any of the major podcasts, Apple, Google, Spotify, whatever. We're on it. We've been around for a while. So appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
We need the name.
A name for what?
Name of your show, you fucking momo.
Oh, I thought I said it. Good Morning Korriban. Good Morning Korriban podcast. Sorry. I'm the best promoter ever.
It's late.
And before we go real quick, I just want to say thank you to Chippy Chipperson. Just came by with the first time chat and subscribed. Thank you so much. And to everyone else who subscribed today and just comes by and supports us and hangs out with us, I can't thank you guys enough. We really appreciate it.
We appreciate you all.
Yep, and stay tuned next week for the trivia questions. And by the way, the week that this happens will also be random. So it's not like you fucks can tune in when, oh shit, they're gonna give away free shit. No, it's random. You just gotta listen to us, and it'll happen. So that's all I got. So Bob, Avant, take it away.
Also, if you guys pay me under the table without telling anyone, I'll give you a heads up what the question is. Hit me up in DMs. We'll talk about it more.
1-800 Bob doesn't need crystals sitting on 13 fucking thousand. I was lied to. I thought he was broke.
I am. It's like a homeless person collecting pennies for 14 years.
Listen, motherfucker.
It's a homeless person in a product suit.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I've got a Coach bag, but I'm fucking homeless.
Okay, so I don't know
What
if
was
you guys
that
watched
movie? Don't Be a Menace to South Central, drinking your juice in the hood, where the guy's begging and he like rips his clothes off and jumps in the Mercedes and just drives away.
Well, there's really people like that. Some people I heard make like $40,000 to $50,000 a year begging, and they will dress up like it, and they'll be driving cars like that.
Oh, I bet.
Oh boy.
$50,000 a year, that would buy you a small studio in the Los Angeles area.
Yeah, and
That's about it.
that's the place to beg as well.
Mm-hmm. Avant, what do you got?
Man, I'm tired. Can we go to bed now?
Yeah.
I agree. I do want to say I do other stuff. Bones88, Twitch, YouTube, my Discord. Give that channel money as well.
We're gonna stream Bob's Conquest. Stay tuned, folks. When Conquest goes live, Avant and I will be on with Bob, kicking and screaming and bitching and complaining and spending some of his hard-earned 13,000 to get him as far into Conquest as we possibly can. So stay tuned for that.
And just like my parents, they're going to tell me, you need to do better, but never tell me what to do or how to do it or even help me. But they're going to tell me to do better and get farther.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I love you all. I appreciate it.
That's just life.
All right, fellas.
All right. Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Love y'all.
All right. Peace, everybody. Bye.
See y'all next week.